Finish the job. Finish the job. Everyone anyone who really truly cares about the United States of America, everyone who truly wants to see an end put to the threat of Iran getting a nuclear weapon is saying the same thing. Finish the job. And now President Trump is starting to echo the exact message of people who have always known that the Iranian regime was truly full of bad actors who are nothing more than terrorists, who want nothing more than chaos, violence, and destruction. He is now publicly saying that the Iranian leadership is full of evil people. He literally referred to them as scum. But this morning, as I come to you earlier than normal, I have a question to ask of the black pill jerks and the doomers. I have a question to ask of the people who make it a point to rally against their own country in defense of scum like the RIGC, all because they hate the nation of Israel. This is my question to you, because a lot of people talked a lot of shit and they thought they knew what they were talking about, and as usual, they didn't. But a lot of people talked a lot of trash and they said a lot of things and none of it really made any sense. But everyone pretended it made sense because it gave them the ability to go at Trump and to go at America. But here's my question to you, and if you sit here long enough, I would like you to ponder it. You told me Trump was taco. You told me Trump lost the negotiation. You told me Trump lost the conflict and Iran kicked our ass and we and whooped us like we stole something. That's what y'all said, right? Now let me ask you a very simple question. If I'm a lie, right, and the devil is the truth. If I'm a lie and the devil is the truth, right? Right? I swear for God. I swear for God right now. If the IRGC won this conflict, all you gonna have to explain to me is, why are they still bombing ships? Why are they still shooting missiles at ships if they won? If I win, I have no need to continue hostility because I won, right? That's what you guys said. You guys said, man, they won. They whooped Trump. Trump ain't got nothing on them. That's what y'all told me, right? But my question to you, as my blurriness is ridiculous, is if they truly won, why do they need... Oh, I know why we tripping. If they truly won, why do they need to continue bombing merchant ships? Ships of countries that weren't even involved in the conflict, ships of countries that refused to help America put belt to ass on them. Why are they doing that? Well, we all know why they're doing it. They're doing it because the reality is they really didn't win. They know it. We know it. Everyone in America knows it. They didn't win. They got their asses whooped and they agreed to stop. They agreed to the ceasefire and the negotiations because they knew they had no response to America's military power. So they agreed to the ceasefire in the memorandum. Now, remember, they signed it to get some breathing room so they could kind of reset and try to come back and do a little terrorism, because that's what they are, terrorists. So once again, we were right and they were wrong. Once again, we were right and all these doomers were wrong. Iran didn't win, because if you win, you don't have to keep engaging in hostility. All you got to do is sit back, sign the paperwork, and revel in your victory. But they knew they were going to, they knew they were taking a huge loss, which they still will. They still will. So they have to engage in terrorism to save face, to make it look like they still have a little bit of power when they don't. I'm Brandon Tucker. This is Defiant Brandon. Welcome back to Accountability. Now, we're going to get into some footage where Trump talks about Iran at the NATO summit. He made it very clear that these people are scum. He made it very clear that he's done. You know, he tried to be, you know, merciful. He tried to help them out. He tried to give them an out, and they clearly they've made it clear that they don't want it, right? So now they just got to get the boot. But before we get into that, I want to ask you all to do me a favor. Like, share, and subscribe to the content. Please join us on Discord. The Discord is pinned to the top of the chat. It might actually be sitting at the bottom for you guys. Join us in Discord. We can continue all these conversations in the Discord. I'm there. I'm responding. I'm talking back and forth with you. I don't know what's going on with this, but also feel free to contribute to the stream if you feel inclined to do so. All the links, Cash App, everything are pinned to the bottom of the screen, to the chat. And I'm gonna restart my computer here because we're having some technical difficulties for some reason. But I'm not gonna do it right this second. But we're gonna get into this video, and I'm gonna just continue to prove that all of this was BS. That all these people who think they know about Iran, and Iran was no threat, they were all wrong. These people are terrorists. They've been actively doing shit for decades. They were always a threat. But see, a lot of times people are like, well, I don't feel like they're a threat to me personally. So they're not a threat. That's how a lot of people feel, right? I know. I don't know what's going on. I do know what's going on, but I need to I'll try to refresh. Let's see if that helped it. I know. It's just acting up. Let's see if it gets any better. Because I know people don't like to see messed up. See, it's better now. I reset it. It needed to be refreshed. But anyway, hold on, let me make sure. See, because I watch myself on my big screen just to make sure that we have the yeah, okay, we're good. Just to make sure that we have a good quality image, right? Yeah, it's all about the image, but people, when they're scrolling through YouTube and stuff, they don't want to see blurry. They just keep moving, you know. But anyway, so do me a favor also. If you are someone who is one of the defiant ones, if you agree with the things I say on this channel, if you're about that life, if you love America, love your country, doesn't take away anything from whatever else you love and whatever else you do. Doesn't matter, black, white, gay, straight, it don't matter. If you love your country and you want our country to prosper, consider watching in the Defiant View, which is pinned to the top or the bottom of the chat. Just go in there and click Defiant View, click that link, and it'll take you to the landscape version where you can watch that on your TV, on your laptop, and it's a nice widescreen. You can see everything I'm pulling up, all the video, all the charts and graphs I'm pulling up. You can watch that in a more comfortable, visually appeasing perspective. That's the Defiant View. You ain't scared of people hearing you listening to the truth and the facts. You know what I'm saying? You're not hiding the fact that you love your country and that you love this channel. So go ahead and click the Defiant View, and that'll help that. But these people are lying, and we're getting right into that. We're gonna get right into this now, because Trump went to NATO and he did what Trump does. He made it very clear that he is unapologetically on America's side. He made it very clear. He ain't never chickened out of nothing. He's giving people chances and opportunities, and it's on them whether they want to take them. But as far as we know right now, bro just bombed Kark Island, and Iran didn't do shit in retaliation. So they're going to end up losing their country because they don't want to negotiate for peace. Let's play this.
We attacked very powerfully last night the very dangerous people from Iran. They're sick. There's something wrong with them. We said, go and do your funeral stuff. And instead of that, they start shooting rockets at ships yesterday. And so we hit them very hard last night, very hard. I would say 20-1, 20 times tougher. And I told them, every time you hit, we hit. And of course, they're dirty players, so they go after everyone, probably including me. I've been number one on their list for years. And they're a bunch of scum, you want to know the truth. They're scum. And so we don't like them. I don't like them. And they're evil people, and it's the denuclearization of Iran. And we're going to denuke it. We're not going to let them, because they're crazy and they can't have a nuclear weapon. And they go around killing people. They've killed thousands and thousands of our soldiers. They've killed hundreds of thousands of innocent people. They had the roadside bomb, Soleimani.
Now, when Trump says Iran's crazy, you have another school of thought who's like, Iran is no threat. Well, if a country is no threat, why are they killing thousands and thousands of people every year? Why are they kidnapping people? Why are they attacking innocent vessels of countries that actually refuse to help the United States of America attack them? That's like two people getting in a fight, and you like, bro, I'm not in on this. I'm neutral, right? Say you fight my brother, and I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I don't really agree with why you fighting, so I'm not going to help you. You in that on your own, right? And you just standing on the sideline, and I'm here condemning both of y'all. Y'all know better. Y'all shouldn't be fighting. This is unnecessary. Why would the person then pick up a gun and try to shoot me? They pick up a gun. They don't try to shoot my brother or my ally. They try to shoot me, the person who's neutral and not helping a country that is my ally or my brother whoop their ass. That's how you know that these are crazy, murderous people. You will never justify attacking innocent countries, merchant vessels, coming from and going to countries that did not do a thing to you. You will not justify doing that as retaliation against America. That means something is mentally wrong with you. But you got a bunch of people in America who also has something mentally wrong with them, who thinks that's virtuous and acceptable because they don't like Israel and they don't like the United States. You could hate Israel and hate the United States all you want to. But I'm never going to justify someone attacking an innocent country or innocent civilians because they're mad about what another country did to them. That's literally called terrorism. Now, why did this happen? Why did the Islamabad memorandum collapse? Well, it collapsed because Iran never intended for it to last, right? They won, according to everybody. They won. Trump chickened out. Trump signed a bad deal. If you won and Trump chickened out and you were running the show, why are you attacking innocent civilians? The ceasefire formally imploded when Iranians attacked 3 commercial shipping vessels in the Strait of Hormuz on July 6th and July 7th. Did they say it ended because Iran attacked U.S. naval vessels? No. Did they say it ended because Iran attacked U.S. military personnel? No. It ended because Iran, who got the better end of the deal. In my comments, all of you who are honest, you heard them say Iran got the better end of the deal. CNN, MSDNC, right? They all said, oh, this was a bad deal for America. This was a bad deal for Trump. Shame on Trump, right? If Iran got the better end of the deal, why are they still attacking civilian vessels? Because they're terrorists. And we've been trying to tell you they're terrorists. We've been trying to tell you that this has nothing to do with peace or being a normal country, trading with every other country normally and not operating like a demonic cult, attacking and killing people, hurting innocents. We've been telling you that. And you guys say, man, we should let them have nukes. They have a right to do whatever they want. They're proving that every country, including but not limited to Israel, who said that these people are crazy and would use nuclear weapons to rain down destruction on innocent people, they're proving that they were right. Because you signed a deal where you got the better end of the deal and you still attacked civilian vessels. You did not attack military assets. So every time you defend Iran, understand Iran would kill you in an instant if they thought it would gain them some leverage or even just bragging rights over the United States of America. Nobody's going to answer that question, though. Neutron Star, answer the question. All the people in the comments hating on me, answer the question. If you all said Iran won the deal, they won the war, they got the better end of the deal. If you won the war and you got the better end of the deal, why are you hitting civilians? Why are you hitting civilians? No, you're stupid because now the black community is begging Trump to send the National Guard into Compton, California. So the same community that's begging Trump to send in the National Guard to Compton is going to come get me, right? Cool. We're going to talk about that later, though. Let's get back to this.
I took care of him first term, and that was a big thing because I think it probably would be a lot stronger had he been around because he was a bad guy, but he was an evil genius, but a bad guy. And he was the father of the roadside bomb. The roadside bomb is a bomb that goes on when you're driving your little vehicle around and it goes on and you have no legs, no arms, and no face. And they've killed thousands and thousands of people. Even the SS Cole was theirs, if you remember that disaster. So I don't like them at all. And frankly, I think we waste a lot of time with them. I think we should just do our business. Can you imagine? They start shooting bombs, actually missiles at ships yesterday. Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, a couple of others, and they don't. I don't think they know what the hell they're doing. But they're bad people, very bad people. I think they're incompetent. By the way.
Oh, we know. We know that these people are bad. We know that these people are low IQ. Even if you see the Muslims around the world, they are like against education. They're focused on like religion. They're focused on like these religious dictatorships. They actually discourage education. Even if you go to a country like Nigeria, you have very intelligent people in Nigeria, Igbos, Yorubas, right? But the people who control the country, the Muslims, because there's so many of them in the north, bro, a lot of these people can't even read, but they can vote. And they'll always vote along the lines of their religion. They'll pick the religion over their tribal lines. But we've known this for a long time. Islam has always kind of been a perpetuator of anti-education, right? They're anti-education because once you start reading and thinking, it's very hard to buy into the things that they promote. The radicalists promote. And it's also very hard to keep people from condemning the bad things that are being done in the name of the religion. So when you talk about negotiators, the only intelligent person I believe in the whole equation for Iran is the president. He seems like an intelligent guy because he truly seems like, hey, man, I want to like negotiate, stay in power, and be able to tap into all this money that we're potentially going to make with this new deal, because Iran was projected to make billions and billions and billions of dollars. These people are so stupid. Trump was going to allow Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, and other Middle Eastern countries to give them like $300 billion. They literally yesterday started bombing those countries. They literally yesterday started launching missiles at the country. You about to get 300 billion from these countries and you start attacking them. That's a sign of low intelligence. At least a person with intelligence would have got the money first and then said, all right, now I'm gonna bomb your ass. These dummies started bombing before they even got the money. And y'all think that these people are intelligent.
Because if they were competent, they would have made a deal a long time ago, like how about 47 years ago? So they've been in trouble for 47 years, and we took out their first set of leaders. We took out their second set of leaders. They want to take out the U.S. leader, me. I'm on every list. I saw things this morning. I'm on every.
Guys, I am a very fair host. I'm going to give Neutron Star 5 minutes to come up here and make his point, as opposed to just insulting me from the audience. And if he doesn't click the link to come up, which has just been placed in the chat, and I'm gonna place it again, he's gonna get deleted out of this from this channel. Because if you're insulting me, at least be a man to come up and tell me, explain to me where I'm wrong and you're right. That would justify your insults. In the meantime, Trump's talking.
Every single one of their lists. And so far, I guess I've been a little bit lucky, but that maybe doesn't last very long because that's the way it goes. But we have great people. But these are evil, sick people, and we have to rid their cancer. Their cancer. And you know what you do? You got to cut out cancer early. And that's the way I feel. And I want to thank Mark. He's been a great Secretary General of NATO. I'm not happy with NATO because of what they did with Greenland. And I'm not happy with NATO because of the fact that they didn't want to help us with the number one state sponsor of terror. That's Iran. They were unwilling to help us. Now, in all fairness, I didn't speak to Mark about it. I think if I did, it might have been different. But we didn't need help. but I was really testing. I wanted to see whether or not they'd be there. And the answer is they were. I spoke to Germany. I spoke to France. Spoke to UK. Spoke to Italy. I didn't speak to Spain. Spain is a wasted cause. We don't want to do any trade business with Spain anymore, by the way. I'd like you to cut it out.
Okay, so Trump is just saying what we all already understood. Only the haters, the black pillars, and the doomers push back against the truth. Iran was never going to negotiate. All they were going to do was buy time. It's like a malicious, predacious animal. It lures you in. Have you ever been around a dog, and the dog will let you pet it, but then it'll try to bite you? You know those type of dogs. You got to put them down, because that means the dog is now thinking. It has become predacious, where it's not reacting. It's actually calculating how to lure you in so that it can attack you. I actually train dogs. I train Belgian Malinois and all types of dogs. That's called a predacious dog. And there are some people who will come to you and say, hey, my dog tried to bite me, it's vicious. Well, when we determine whether this is a dog that the person can keep and train and rehabilitate, or if this is a dog that needs to be taken out to the desert and shot, or just put down, humanely euthanized, we have to determine whether or not the dog is predacious. Is the dog reacting to something you did stupidly that startled or scared the dog, or put the dog in a fearful state, and then out of reaction it bit you or nipped you? Was it a warning bite? Because some people, if their dog nips at them, they'll be like, oh my God, my dog bit me, but the dog has no mouth. It doesn't speak English, so it can't warn you, like, hey, don't do that. So to give you a warning nip, like, hey, I don't like that. That hurts. Please don't do that, right? Or was your dog preying upon you? I'm going to wait until that person gets close enough to me. I'm going to act friendly until the person gets close enough to me where I could viciously attack them. That's being predatory, right? That's what Iran is. Iran, the regime that runs Iran, it's a predacious regime. It will say, yeah, we want to make peace. We just want to live good like everyone else. We just want to have a future for our people. And the minute you let their guard down, the minute you let your guard down, they attack you. And in this case, they're even more cowardly, because they're not attacking you, the United States military that's attacking them. They're attacking innocent people who didn't do anything to them. But there are some people who will cheer for that and celebrate that and praise that and say, we want to live in a world where a country will bomb the country next door who did nothing to it in retaliation for what another country did. That's the dumbest, that's why a lot of these liberals and ignorant ass black people, they praise Iran, because that's how a lot of that's how the black community works. It's very draconian in that way, where they'll do something like, I'll give you a prime example. Black community. One person in the house did something to you. You go shoot up. They'll get in a fight with you. Y'all fighting. You beat them up. They come back, shoot up the whole neighborhood. They shoot up the whole neighborhood. They kill everybody on the block because they lost a fight to one person. So do you guys think it actually offends me when I have black people in my comments? You a traitor to your race. I am a traitor to ignorant Negro values and thinking. The black community operates like a terrorist cell within itself. The same way Iran attacks its neighbors, right? In a predacious way because they can't beat the United States. The same way people in the black community will shoot up the whole community because they lose a fight to one person. So I understand why the psychology of black people and ignorant liberals, because they do the same thing politically, right? They'll destroy one person because they can't beat another person. Jasmine Crockett is doing that right now to James Tallarico. She's literally at war with her party. She's gonna work to make him lose the Senate race in Texas because she couldn't beat him in a head-up election, right? But what you have to understand is this is not something unique to Black people, but these are just examples that show you how and why these people in these schools of thought support regimes like Iran. Black community, they'll kill a house full of kids because they couldn't beat Ray Ray in a fist fight. Politically, the Democrats, look at them. The Democrat Socialists of America are primarying their own Democrat Party members with radical socialists who will never win on a national level, which essentially destroys the party. Why? Because they're mad because the normal Democrats won't buy in to radical socialist communist ideas that will literally be suicide, political suicide for the whole party. These people are used to destroying themselves in an effort to destroy others. They're like the kamikaze pilots in Japan. They'll kill themselves just to kill you. That's the world you want to live in? These are the people you want to champion and celebrate and praise? Be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it.
Spain is a terrible partner in NATO. They don't participate. They don't pay.
Oh, he's still talking about Spain. We could talk about Spain. Spain sucks. We already know they suck. Spain doesn't want to help with NATO. But they want to reap the benefits. And I'll tell you something. If you want to know about Spain, the reason why Spain could talk tough, right? The reason why Spain can talk tough and we're not going to do trade with America is because if you look at a map where Spain sits, they will automatically be protected, right? If anything happens as far as war. So they realize our proximity to other countries in Europe really means that we can pretend like we don't care or don't like or don't want to work with the United States of America while being under the protection of NATO and other NATO countries. That allows Spain to play both sides. And if you look at the history of Spain, their involvement with the slave trade and all that stuff, you'll understand quickly that this is par for the course for them. This is how they've executed diplomacy for the entirety of their existence. They've always been that type of country. They've always been a country that tries to play both sides. See right here? See, if you look where Spain sits, see? But it makes sense that Spain is going to play both sides because look at who they're bordered by. A bunch of Arab Muslim countries. And they do business with all these countries. Hold on, 3 men. I'm going to bring you in a second. Give me 1 second. If you look at Spain, they're bordered by a bunch of Muslim countries. See, right here. So they have to try to. We're not going to help the United States. We're against the United States. We don't care. They're going to talk big shit because they got to keep things cool with these Algeria, Libya, Egypt, Mauritania, Morocco, right? So I understand why they're doing that. That's all diplomatic. In France, also, they talk a lot of shit because they do tons of business with these Arab-run Muslim African countries. See, a lot of times when someone does something that you don't understand or a country does something you don't understand, open up a map and that'll explain everything to you. That'll explain everything to you that you need to know. It's all about location and trade partners. But Spain, because it sits in the West, firmly like in the West, right? There's no way anyone can do anything to them from over here, right? So they can talk shit. Because if you protect France, you essentially got to protect Spain as a part of NATO. If you protect Italy, you essentially have to protect Spain. Because if war breaks out, you can't say, well, we're going to defend Spain, but we're going to let the enemy occupy France. It doesn't work like that. Or we're going to defend Italy, but we're going to let the enemy occupy Albania, Kosovo, Croatia, and Switzerland. You can't do that. Me, I'm a big time World War II buff. So I know all about strategy, Eastern European warfare, all that. And that's exactly what happened. That's why when Hitler went crazy, he immediately invaded every country around him. Why? Because you can't let the enemy have this proximity. You can't let them asymmetrically surround you, right? Or unilaterally, you can't let them strategically surround you if you plan to wage war at all. So you literally have to take over everything around you first. Then you can, project power further. That's why Russia is so hard up to control Ukraine. They already control all these other countries, but except for Estonia, I believe they're in NATO, and Romania. But that's why they're so hard pressed to control Ukraine. That's why China is so hard pressed to control Taiwan. These are strategic assets in case there's ever like a war or anything like that. You must control those. Or if your enemy establishes a foothold in those places, you're done before you even get to start. Let's go, 3-man. What's the deal?
Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing?
What's up, man? We up early.
Yes. Well, I forgot you out there in California. Yeah. So what's going on in Compton? Why they need National Guards in
No,
Compton?
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. Just call back in. I'm getting there in 10
Oh,
minutes.
Okay. Well,
Okay,
when it comes to Spain, oh, my bad, brother. When it comes to Spain and NATO, I say we should pull out of NATO because they have shown that they're not reliable. Like for Spain, example, whenever our jets needed to land and to just refuel, Spain threatened to shoot our jets down out the air if we try to land, or if we try to land at the military base,
I
which
didn't
is
even know that.
our military base. Yes, yes. That was in the height of operate. Fuck, I forgot what it's called. Not Midnight Hammer, but what's this operation called again?
Epic Fury.
Epic Ferry, Operation Epic Ferry. Yes. So then you have France did the same thing, threatened to shoot our aircrafts down if we tried to land to refuel. So my thing is with NATO is that they're not useful. Let's just be honest, not completely useful. Hell, look at even Great Britain. Great Britain only have one battleship that's available. And you want to hear something that's the funny part about it is you couldn't even use that battleship because of the fact that it had a water pump problem that needed to be fixed, which was going to be to a month away of being repaired, a fresh water pump. And so why should we continuously being taxed even more just to stay with a ally who, let's just be honest, whenever it came to the tariff situation, whenever it came to we're in trade deficits with these countries, and like you get Donald Trump, and Donald Trump are like, yo, we shouldn't be in trade deficits if we're allies. So that is like me and you homeboys, right? We good friends, been knowing each other for a long time. I'm going through money problems, and And I tell you, yo, I'm going through money problems right now. Yada yada yada. You like, yeah, whatever. Oh yeah, can I get that $50 I loaned you 2 weeks ago?
Right.
That's basically what NATO is. And
Yeah.
so yeah.
No, go ahead. Keep going.
Well, I'm for the, you know what? Screw NATO. Let's keep our money and let's focus on this side of the hemisphere. Let's begin with the United Americas. Let's focus on South America, Central America, and North America outside of Canada and Mexico, because clearly we see who our true allies have been.
No, you're 100% right. Um, listen, NATO was taking advantage of the United States of America, and one of the beautiful things about the summit, like it proves that Trump wins again, because if you listen to everything they talked about at the summit, it's clear that these countries have now paid billions of dollars towards their own military defense that they weren't paying under Biden, that they weren't paying under Obama, that they weren't paying under Bush, right? And that's why when people say the whole world is laughing at America, no. The whole world is mad at America, but not for the reasons you think. They're mad at America because America is not letting them take advantage of our country anymore.
We're
Of
no
course they're
longer
gonna-
their sugar daddy.
Yeah, we're no longer their sugar dad or their sugar mama, right? And that's what they were used to, and they got comfortable with it, and they were able to use their money not to fix their country and make their country better. They were able to use their money to give to illegal immigrants and legal immigrants from other countries to come and take over their country. They use their money to fund their own collapse, much in the way someone who wins the lottery or has a lot of money and they have like drug addiction or bad habits will eventually destroy themselves with their own money. That's what the European nations did. Go ahead.
Well, I disagree with you, Brandon. They actually did make their nations better. They got free health care. Under NATO, under NATO, those countries got free health care. Shit. Try to do free health care over here. You're gonna look at we're gonna go into debt.
But their health care is not really free. See, I could understand that if they were like, we're gonna take the money and the revenue that we save by not paying for military defense and use that to pay for health care, and it's not gonna raise the people's taxes at all, right? That would mean if you literally were just reallocating funds dollar for dollar, that would make sense, and that would be free healthcare. No, they raised their people's taxes astronomically since the time they entered into NATO, and since the time they've been saying we got universal healthcare. These countries are in massive debt. They're in massive debt.
If you take away the illegals, they will probably come just a little bit under being even. But look, okay, how many countries are in NATO total?
Shit, I don't know. I'll check right now.
Because you're gonna laugh at this shit.
Y'all learning today on this channel. There are 32 countries in NATO.
32 countries. 32 countries. Do you know how much the United States take care of the whole entire NATO budget? 60%.
Wait, you said how much of the NATO budget do we pay?
60%.
Yeah, we might pay a little more than that, actually.
No, it's 60%. Before Donald Trump came in, it was probably like 70, maybe 80% of NATO budget we covered.
Yeah.
Trump got it down to 20%. Got it down 20%.
And that's why spaces like this are so beautiful, because like even in the comments you have people like making up lies, but the audience is literally correcting them. Somebody's like, Trump raised gas this much. Look, I'm in California. I paid $4 and what, 41 cents for gas yesterday. That's with the $2 of state taxes and regulatory fees that's attached to every gallon.
Well,
So if we
as a
didn't have,
truck driver,
go ahead.
oh my bad, brother. No,
No,
as a
you good.
truck driver, these past 3 months, yes, diesel has been high. That is a short-term high. The whole entire time under the Biden administration, diesel was high. The whole
Yeah.
entire majority shit. Huh? It's I could tell you whenever he signed the executive order, which was 3 weeks into it, you saw a bump in diesel. Then Russia invaded Ukraine. Diesel skyrocket. Then it stayed at that point the whole entire time of his administration.
Let me tell you a blind spot. People don't even remember when gas was like $5 a gallon for like 3 years under Obama. They conveniently forget that. Under Obama, I literally believed that gas was never going to go under $5. Now, I understand that's not the national average. I'm saying the amount it cost in California, where I live, right? Trump right now has gas way cheaper than it ever was under Obama in California. And yes, it did tick up during the Iran conflict, but overwhelmingly it was still cheaper than under Biden, because Biden, I think it was 120 a barrel, like for the majority of his presidency. But and here's the problem too. That was self-inflicted. Biden was the one canceling all those discovery contracts and all that, which made the oil companies have to raise prices because they were like, I don't know if we're going to get like put out of business by this guy. But the saddest part of all this is just that you have people who still believe that Iran is a arbiter of justice. I have someone in the comments saying Iran is about justice.
Oh, okay. So if Iran is about justice, name me what year the last time the United States of America executed protesters during a protest up to 40,000 people.
Never happened. Maybe
Never
under
happened.
Russia, maybe. Look,
Never happened.
let me
Yes.
read this comment. Iran is justice in a world with none. Iran is right now beheading women. Right now, today, they are beheading hundreds of women a day for protesting against the government over the economy. So these protests happened before Epic Fury happened. They happened like 2 months before that. These protests happened in January because the government tanked the economy.
I'll propose another question.
Go.
Oh, I'll propose another question.
That's justice to this imbecile.
When was the last time that the United States of America was threatened and they decided we're going to, okay, United States of America was threatened by another country saying they're going to bomb our power plants and they're going to bomb our bridges. So how many women did the United States force to go surround a power plant in bridges? Never happened.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. You can tell these people are sick, but that's what I encourage people to do. Use the way these people look at the world geopolitically and use that as a way to understand why, if they take control, they will destroy our country. These people are willing to accept heinous acts committed by government if they feel like the government is doing what they want them to do. This is how you create a Nazi Germany. Hey, I'm gonna turn a blind eye to these atrocities, right?
What you talking about? We was on the Nazi Germany under Biden administration. Then they created the Department of the Ministry of Misinformation.
Censorship, yeah, misinformation, but yeah, a censorship basic department where they basically gonna control what you say. They tried to do it. But the whole thing
Oh
is,
no, they did it. They ain't tried. They did it. You don't remember the conservative purge? How many conservative commentaries on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram? A lot of them lost their channels and never got it back. A lot of those people lost their channel. Hell, you couldn't even say certain things without being demonetized. Or I'll give you another one. Who was it? What was that first name? They were talking about they was talking about COVID. All the information that was coming out from the conservative commentaries, content creators about COVID, the government and YouTube was basically saying what they were saying was wrong. Finding out 6 months to a year later, they were absolutely correct.
hey, do me a favor. If you're in the comments and you're with us, tell us, do you think, if you believe Iran is justice, it's a just society run by a just government, put a 1 in the comments. If you think that's absolute bullshit, put a 2 in the comments. But this is why these people can never gain control of our country, because they will literally allow atrocities as long as the person saying, I'm going to give you free health care. Look at what they did in New York with Zohran Mamdani. Look at what they're doing in Seattle with Katie Wilson. Look at what they're doing in Chicago with Brandon Johnson. They are destroying these cities. Look at it on a city level, and then just expand that in your mind to a national level. They're destroying major cities in America, economic hubs in America. They're voting to destroy them because the people, the socialists, communists, they're just lying to them. We're going to get you free health care. We're going to give you free child care for just 2-year-olds. And you're like, yeah, I'm willing to send I'm willing to bankrupt my city for health care free for just 2-year-olds. It's stupid. I want to show you guys a fact, because we love to correct people here, right? I do, because I want to give you guys truth, because I know once this show is over, you're going to go to other shows, you're going to argue, you're going to debate, you're going to do everything. I want to kill the universal health care nonsense real quick. And I see all the 2s in the comments. Thank you, my people. Also, guys, consider watching the show in Defiant View. Defiant View is landscape view. You get to see all the graphs, like how I pulled up this map. You can sit back, have it on your big screen like I have it on mine right now, and just sit and chill and watch this show like a podcast, like it's just an entertaining little show for the morning. But somebody commented that if they would allow Trump to just shrink the government, right, that would pay for universal health care. Actually, brother, if each state made their government smaller by getting rid of 100 people and letting Trump make the federal government smaller, that alone would pay for universal health care. Now, I am like
You will never have universal health care.
Yeah, I am like the founding fathers. I believe in small government. That goes against socialism, because socialism is an expansion of the government. So the socialists hate the government, right? But at the same time, they want to expand the government in order to weaponize the government against rich people, or basically, let's be real, anyone who has more money than they do, right? Now, I want to show you the problem here. Okay. They say, oh, if we would stop paying for war, if we would stop doing this, and this is not at, bro, this is not at you, American police cams. This is at the liberals. Oh, we can have universal health care, be like France and all this bull crap, right? France doesn't have universal health care. Canada does not have free health care. The total cost of war from 1926 to 2026 is estimated at over $18 trillion, right? Adjusted for inflation, right? The war on terror alone for 20 years accounted for 8.1 trillion. World War II cost 4.1 trillion. The cumulative total reaches 20.2 trillion. So the cost of waging war really hasn't increased that much over time, right? It increased by like double, right? But here's the problem. $18 trillion. That's like half of our economy. So half the money our debt basically was accumulated from waging war. A little bit under half. But if you wanted to do universal health care, that would cost 30 to 40 trillion dollars every 2 years. People don't understand that. You guys hear something and you guys are like, that sounds good. But it's a reduction to absurdity. Because once you start unpacking it, it's going to fall apart. Now I'm going to ask the same AI this same question. How much would universal health care universal health
Now, Brandon, I have a happy medium in my. I don't believe in universal health care, but I could meet a happy medium at universal ER.
Well, we already have that.
No, what we have is a credit system from the ER. But I feel if we just said F it, do universal with the ER, everybody will probably come out. We will all probably come out a tad bit better and a tad bit cheaper. But we can never have universal health care because one, we don't have a healthy country.
Well, we can't have universal ER because of the illegal immigrants. They abuse the ER system. That's
That
how
too.
they get free health care because they can go to any ER, get treated, and they don't have to pay by law, basically, even in my state. But let me show you this. So look, on a yearly basis, right? Now, mind you, war has cost us $18 trillion total across the board since 1926, right? Now, let's look up how much it would cost yearly to provide universal health care to every American just for 1 year. Estimates for universal health care in the U.S. vary by methodology, but analysis suggests gross federal spending would range from 2.5 to 4.4 trillion annually, while total national health care expenditures could decrease by 438 to 450 billion per year compared to current systems, right? So think. This is what they're saying is a contradiction because people are like, well, the cost of like healthcare expenditures, which is like the government basically giving like Medicare, Medicaid, all that. They say, well, that will reduce because it would know these departments would be defunct at that point. And they would just create one department that gives healthcare to everybody. You would save money here. Well, it would look like you're saving money here. But in the big picture, you would be spending like 10 times more money to try to create a bigger system that will be more bureaucratic, more corrupt, more wasteful, but you would be spending this money every year. So you would basically be matching your whole economy every 5 years. If our economy is only worth 40 trillion, you would be spending what you spend to run your whole economy every 4 years. You would bankrupt your country. You would destroy your economy. And that is why the small countries in Europe, they are able to run this fake universal healthcare scam because they're still taxing their people. It's not truly even universal. It's the same thing you do when you go to work and they take your healthcare out of your check. You know how they deduct for your Kaiser from your check? That's the same thing they do in those other countries. It's just that number is higher. It's way higher. And every single person pays, they're deducted at the same rate, no matter how much they make or what they do for a living. So they're not getting anything free. They're just having it taken out of their paycheck before they receive it. So your overall pay goes down and you don't have an option like we do. Hey, you could take the silver 87 HMO or you could take the platinum whatever and you decide what price you want to pay. Or you could say, F it, I don't want to take any of this. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just pay out of pocket. In those countries, you don't have that option. The government forces you to pay for other people's health care. It's a ripoff. Go ahead.
And also, if you look at Europe and if you look at the United States, you get to spend more of your money than the Europeans do, like the European does, man. Like, so say if I got $1,000, right? $1,000 after taxes, Europeans might be left with $460. Over here, depending on what state you at, what's the tax rate in California?
Shoot, I don't know, 15%. It's like 15%, but most Californians don't even pay taxes, bro. Only the rich pay taxes in California.
My bad. I'll be right back. I got a phone call. My bad,
You
brother.
good? You good? But yeah, most people in California don't even pay taxes. That's what I'm saying. We be tripping about the rich. The rich are paying the majority, like 80% of all taxes are paid by the rich. The poor, like the lower middle class pays less than 1% of our taxes. But y'all still listening to the rich need to pay their fair share. You're not, do no research. You just listen to Bernie Sanders get up there talking dumb stuff. And he just know he got you. He got you in a headlock mentally. But this whole thing with Iran and people talk about, oh, this is Iran is justice and Iran is the good guy. Bro, are you out your damn mind? These people killed 40,000 and admitted to it. They killed 40,000 people for protesting. And they admitted it. And when you're in your mind and you could just say, well, Israel and Mossad had agents in the crowd. Bro, do you realize how far gone you are? You could just try to rationalize it like, oh, but the Jews. Oh, but Israel. Bro, there's still 40,000 people that are dead. So the Trump killing 100 little girls out of school is worse than Iran killing 40,000 of their own civilians. Funding Hamas to go into Israel and kidnap over 100 Americans and Israelis, hold them hostage for a year. If we're counting apples to apples, this shit makes no sense. Like, you can't say this side is just. And you're proving it, and we're proving it. Iran is proving it every day. Because Iran is literally killing innocent people because they can't beat America. I can't beat you, so I'm going to kill someone who did nothing to me. That's justice. But like I said before, I understand why liberals think like that. I understand why the black community supports Iran. A lot of people within the black community. Because if you go look at our community operates just like Iran. You lose a fight to somebody, do they come just kill you? No. Black hood, they come shoot the whole block up. Kill everybody on the block. Babies, kids, women, children, they don't care. So of course they look at Iran like Iran is a source of justice. Yeah, hood justice. Right? Hood justice. Degenerate, toxic perversion of justice. But I will say it just like this, and I said it once and I'll say it again. If Iran won the war, if Iran won the negotiations, this is what everyone told me. If you guys been around, this is what everybody was saying. Iran is winning. If Iran truly won, why does Iran have to continue to attack civilian vessels? If I win, I don't got to keep doing attacks. I don't have to keep bombing merchant ships. So if you won, you're still attacking. America negotiated. When Iran said, let's negotiate, America stopped dropping bombs. I don't believe the United States is evil. I don't believe the people of the United States are evil. I don't believe the people of Iran, all of them are evil, but I believe there's a lot of evil people there. I believe that the people of the United States are good people, virtuous, kind-hearted. And then we have a contingent within our country of entitled people, spoiled, selfish people who only think about themselves and only care about how something affects them personally. Those are the people who cheer on Iran.
So Brandon,
go ahead.
Oh, my bad, brother. I didn't mean to cut you. I think I might have a smidge of a delay. So Brandon, you got to be trolling me. There's people literally saying Iran won.
There were people
Black
saying that,
folks
like,
are saying this.
Black folks, liberals, they were saying that.
So wait 1 second. So you're telling me the other country currency crashed to a point to where that is like you have a bunch of $100 bills and you can't even buy a Coca-Cola. You have like $2,000 in American $100 bills. You try to buy a Coca-Cola, they just like, yeah, you need $2 more $100 and you be able to buy it. That's how much their currency has crashed. And y'all saying that they won? Black folks. We gotta
But see, you have to understand, when it comes to black people, we look at everything based on our sense of right and wrong. And in the black community, now I understand there are black people out there who got good sense, right? Obviously, look at us, black conservatives and whatnot. But you have to understand that in the black community, we will wholeheartedly defend degenerates, bro. We will defend criminals.
That's 13%, brother.
Yeah,
like only 13%. If we're gonna put all black people at whole, only 13% of us probably have critical thinking like me and you have.
But listen, let me tell you the problem. There are black people who have great critical thinking skills, but black people will always err on the side of the person who they feel is the underdog, right? So, like, look at the Carmelo Anthony situation. There were black folks who would never send their kid to school with a kid like Carmelo Anthony. They would never live in the same neighborhood, probably, as somebody like Carmelo Anthony. But they will get on the internet and defend his behavior because they feel like that's their way of standing in solidarity. See, we'll defend degeneracy in the name of solidarity as long as that means we don't actually got to go in the close proximity to these people. You see what I'm saying? Like a D.L. Hughley. D.L. Hughley ain't going to the hood, but he'll defend every hood booger action known to man because that's his way of grifting. That's called the solidarity grift. I'm standing with my people no matter what, good, right or wrong, right? But guess what? As soon as we get some money, what we do, we move away from our people.
Man, Kalshi need to hurry up and hit me up because I gave them a great business idea. The business idea is, can I bet on the black race? Let me just bet on the black race as a whole. So example, whatever black folks saying that is right, I'm going to bet the opposite. Because how many times in the last 5-10 years have we actually been wrong about damn near everything? From the Juicy Smouye situation to the Carmelo Anthony situation. I just want, if black folks betting everything on red, I'm going to put all of my money on black.
Well, here's the thing with betting, though. When it comes to money, black folks get honest. That's the difference. Black folks will say a lot of shit, but when it has something to do with their money, they'll get honest. Like, black people will tell you Target is racist, But if Target started paying $25 an hour tomorrow, black folks will be lined up to go work for the racists. Look at Carmelo Anthony's family. They said Frisco, Texas, and that whole county is racist. But when they didn't want to spend that donation money, they begged Frisco, Texas to give them a public defender, a free court paid public defender. So they begged for a racist lawyer to be given to defend their son when it came to spending their money. I always say this: the only thing that could make some of these ignorant black folks honest is money. Everybody racist, right? America racist, the white man racist. But guess what? Race don't even matter when they go and apply for them those jobs, those upper management CEO jobs. Race don't matter. The NFL was racist. Then Jay-Z went to work for him, and suddenly they became less racist, and black people start supporting the NFL again. See, we are arbitrary and selective, very, very hypocritical collectively. And there are a few of us within the group that speak the truth, and we are called traitors to our race. We are made pariah within our own community for just being honest. It's like telling your kid, if you tell the truth, you a traitor to your race. Dude, it's demonic. It's straight up demonic.
Well, we have 87% of black folks are part of the Democratic Party, and let's just be real. The Democrat Party, they have sold their souls to a death cult.
100%. 100%.
Like, every single time they don't get their way.
And the black community has sold its soul collectively to a death cult because we 90% Democrat.
Yep. And just think about it. We don't lead in statistics wise. We don't lead in the good shit. We lead in the bad shit. Excuse my language. We lead in the bad stuff. Like example, abortion. We lead in that. Criminality. We lead with that. The bad stuff. Oh yeah, we're number one at that. Hell, if we're not number one, we're damn sure fighting for it. But it honestly, like I said last time we was here, the great separatist movement gotta happen.
Gotta separate the sheep from the goats. But the thing is, people think when I say this stuff, I'm putting down the black community. No, I say what I say because I know the black community has incredible potential. If black people took the approach that we used to take to sports in every aspect of life, we would be leading in every statistical category that's good. Because back in the day, when they would tell us we couldn't do something as far as athletics, we would prove to them that we could do it. And we would prove it and then dominate at it, right? People think like Jackie Robinson, what's that boy name who ran on the track star? All these people, right? Jesse
Owen.
All them. They didn't just walk into the arena and win. They worked hard as hell to dominate, and they just used the hate as fuel, as motivation for the hard work that took them to the top. Black people don't do that no more. Black people don't do. We might still do it to a certain extent in sports, but if it's an obscure sport like tennis or hockey or something, but we don't. We needed to. What would have worked is if we took that mindset into other aspects of life, finance, economics, child rearing, all that. If black people would have said, you know what? The black mother is the best mother in the world, which at one point the black mother was the best mother in the world. We're going to start a whole industry. We're going to dominate the child care industry, right? And we're going to raise these kids up so well that people are going to say, I want my kids to have a black nanny. I want my kids to go to a black-owned preschool or whatever. We could have done that, but we chose not to. Civil rights and all that made us victims. Other groups double down and invest in technology, innovation, economics. We invest in victimhood. That's the only investment we make collectively. How many different ways can we make ourselves the victim to some form of oppression, and it's not working, especially with the invention of video cameras. Is we are being destroyed by something that we fought to increase, which is video cameras on cops and all that, and it told on us.
You might see it. See, you see potential. I'm over here like, man, we on the Titanic. Here's a life raft. Take this life raft. We on the Titanic, bro. What you gonna do? Because, like, yeah, I feel like, see, you used to like, see, you. That's how I used to feel. See, that's the California in you. I'm in Florida now. Florida has showed me like, yo, this is, hey, take the life raft. Hey, which one you want? 2 plus 2, 2 plus 2, 2 plus 2 equal 4. Pick one.
Yeah.
What you want? The 2 or the 4?
The
And
reason
so,
why that's
Mhm.
possible in California is because black people are spread out in California. Florida got concentrations of ignorant niggas, high
yeah,
concentration. Go to
we
Hollywood,
got
Pompano
we got
Beach. You got
we got
high
ignorant
concentrations
whites.
of even whites.
We
But
got
see,
ignorant boy.
but the ignorant whites, they not the white folks with sense ain't gonna defend the ignorant whites. That's the
Yep,
difference.
exactly.
Black folks, we are unique in the fact that we are the only group that will not only defend, but will praise, champion, and promote our degenerate element. We have a congresswoman named Jasmine Crockett. She does a act pretending to be a ghetto ass black woman.
Yep.
And she is revered and celebrated by our community. She
Yep.
is revered and celebrated by our community. We got even when I was talking to my wife yesterday, I had to get all over her case because I was talking about the India Ari situation, going at it with Young Miami.
Oh my God.
And my wife was like, India Ari's a hating ass bitch. And I said, woo, hold up.
What?
I said, hold up, bruh. We had to sit down and have a whole conversation because that type of thought process can't exist in my house. What you mean this woman who spread positivity is a hating ass B because she's saying she's not cool with that ghetto ass song about scammers? And so my daughter came in and we were like, you know that song? My daughter was like, I don't know that fucking song. My daughter didn't even know that nothing about, where all my scamming ass. My daughter didn't even know that song existed. We literally had to play it for her. And she's 17. She's 17. And I said, that proves right there. If your kid is raised right, they won't even gravitate to the bullshit. That's not even on their radar. My daughter is listening to positive songs. Her favorite shit is show tunes and shit, Disney shit, right? And she's 17. But the thing is, it's all about what the parents are presenting, introducing them to, right? Now, my wife will listen to some ratchet music, right? She's not a ratchet person, allegedly, but she will listen to some ratchet music. But I was like, when she said,
I'm glad you said allegedly. I'm glad you said that, brother, because when she was like India,
my wife is a wannabe.
India Ari was was jealous. I was like, what?
My wife
no.
is a wannabe ratchet. Wannabe. What? You do play ratchet music, Negro. Not that one, but Ken the Man, Sexy Red, you play that shit all day.
He ain't calling you rag shit, but I'm gonna call you rag shit for not taking India Ari's side.
Look, Three Man Podcast.
Rag shit.
Three Man Podcast said you ratchet for not taking India Ari's side. But she didn't. Yeah, she admitted she didn't watch the video. She didn't watch the video.
Hey, don't let me get you in trouble, bro. Don't let me get you in trouble.
Look, I'm sitting right. Look, she cooking bacon too. She gonna throw some hot grease on the thing. No, I'm just kidding. But look, so that's what I'm saying. But she hadn't watched the video, so she had just heard like ghetto motherfuckers talking shit about what India Ari said. But once she saw the video, she was like, "Oh, okay, I get it." She didn't even say what they was trying to say. She said, "See," and that's how information, the way it's spread in our community, is one of the biggest problems. And I was like, and so when I let my daughter listen to where all my scamming ass niggas song is, you know, my daughter was saying, yeah, like the art is like black people will try to create this narrative that what we do is a reflection of the music and shit that we consume, right? So if the little boy is listening to violent music about selling drugs and killing, he will then go sell drugs and kill. But my daughter said, no, the art is reflecting life. They're making the music as a response to shit we're already doing. But we want to make it seem like, because all my ratchet ass niggas, that song, that came out after PP loan fraud. So we was already scamming and doing all types of shit, and that song was made in response to that, to what? Connect or to resonate amongst people who were in that lifestyle and already were glorifying it. Go ahead.
It's like crunk music. Remember crunk music, Lil Jon, East Side Boys, and all that. So we were like, yeah, before that music even really took off, we were already like, when you was about to fight somebody, no, you wasn't fighting no one. You was getting jumped. If you ain't had that's the reason why you had to have a homeboy with you, just in case if you about to fight somebody, because prior towards crunk music, you was gonna get jumped, right? You was gonna get stomped on and all of that. Right. Then crunk music came out. See, this is 304 music now. That, you know, where am I scamming? Yeah, it's 304 music, man. And so it's gonna do the same damage as 304 music. It's gonna be like the same damage that crunk music did to our generation. Shit.
This person said, "Oh yeah. No, seriously, because even when we were younger and we were listening like Jay-Z and shit, they kind of were like, man, I'm trying to get out of this situation where I gotta like sell drugs and do all this stuff. Now it's like, no, let's do drugs." when I would listen to DMX or Jay-Z, it was all about like, I came out of this lifestyle and I had to kind of work and do this and do that to get out of this like this low level of existence. Now, man, these niggas talking about pulling up. They talking about all types of ratchet behavior, popping pills.
Yeah, pop a perk and a molly at the same damn time. I was like, that's a dangerous combination. What?
And then you wonder, and now let's say this. Obviously, the pill popping culture started before the music, because down south they was already doing that shit for a long time before people were even rapping about it, right? I had a friend. She was totally addicted to like Vicodins. This was years when I was little, but it wasn't my friend. It was my friend's mom. This years ago, before they was ever talking about popping pills, the moms was addicted to Vicodins. Then she bumped up to fucking Norco. Then she, you know what I'm saying? She just went.
See, I was addicted too because I'm blaming it on football. First, I was numb with the pain. Then I realized I was numb to something else.
What did you take?
Well, the first thing I took was you used to play football?
Yeah, of course.
It was that shit. What was that shit called? Boxing.
Yeah. But
basically, if you had a sprained ankle, you pop one of those. Well, you pop one of them mother suckers. Your ankle was unsprained. You good?
You good? You could. Yeah. See, you had to take the tramadol. Tramadol.
That's what it was. Tramadol too.
Yeah, I took tramadol, but the thing with me is I hated pills, and tramadol, I would say, is not as addictive. It's like it's easier to just say, okay, I don't need that. But like, because tramadol, it'll take away the pain, but it won't take away all the pain. Some shit will just take away. You will feel brand new. You'll actually run the risk of getting injured worse. Some of the stuff you take, because you will feel 1,000%. But I took tramadol. But I never finished. I took tramadol a couple times because I had fucked up my elbow. I had like bursitis in my elbow, real bad, and man, that was the most pain I've ever felt in my life. But yeah, I mean, I took it, and I was just like, oh yeah, it makes you kind of want to take it. You know what I'm saying? And when I felt that feeling, like where I wanted to just pop it. When you start thinking, I need to pop this before the pain starts, that's when you know you're addicted. That's when you
Boy,
know you're
that
like, okay,
boxing, boy.
yeah, that's when you know you're developing an addiction. But me, I just was like, okay, I'll just deal with the pain, because it got to the point where like I could, because at one point I couldn't even extend my arm. And once I was able to like extend my arm, I just threw it over. I just flushed it down the toilet and I was good.
Man, I took one of them boxings before a game and everything.
Yeah.
Man, I'm feeling good. I'm all hyped up after the game. I thought I had a great game and everything ish. Then my coach was just like, "Hey, you want to watch film with me on Saturday? You got anything to do?" I was like, "I ain't doing nothing." Man, I watched a film with him. I'm thinking I'm doing a great job. I hit nobody. I touched nobody. I'm
You was
just
just so out of it.
I was so out of it, and I was wondering why he kept putting me in and taking me out, putting me in, taking me out. I'm watching film. I think I'm killing it that game. Man, Jersey was still clean.
No, seriously. So somebody said, I wonder where India Ari was back in the early 2000s. She was making positive music, going around the world,
Yeah, she was a conscious
spreading
singer.
positivity with her music. Like this is what I'm saying. People think that if you are not focusing your whole life,
she just offered her opinion, and her opinion was rebuffed. And
yes,
lately, that's what it seems, that anytime you don't agree with what everyone else agrees with, you are like outcasted. So you can't say out loud that you don't like something that like the majority of the people might like, because then you become outcast. Like, I'm just realizing that my family stopped talking to me because I support Donald Trump. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that. I would have never thought about that. But if you don't agree, you are ousted. You're banished. Like, they have started this, it's worse than cancel culture kind of thing. Like, it's some wild stuff. You cannot disagree out loud. That's crazy.
yeah. The thing is, man, India.Arie spread positivity. Black community doubled down on negativity. Even if you notice now, we don't make love songs like that no more. We used to have balance in our music, and there was balance in our culture.
Yes,
Now
that's
our
what I wanted
culture
to
is,
say to you.
yeah, our
Mhm.
culture is incredibly unbalanced, and our music is unbalanced. Go ahead.
But just like that Julio Fulio situation, like when I did a little bit of a deep dive into like what was really going on in that situation, like they were just rapping about each other, dissing each other, then
That's
dissing
it.
people who died, and then you gotta die because you was dissing on the. It's like it was called dissing. That's ridiculous. You're losing your children because they dissing. That's crazy.
And they dissing people who dead, like they dead, bro. The Bible say the dead are conscious of nothing at all. So you over here throwing your life away over somebody who can't even be offended by what's being said about them because they laid up in the grave. It's just
Right,
the
but now
epitome
you
of
gotta go
ignorance.
to the grave because you said something about somebody in the grave,
You
and
gotta
then
go.
it's just like a big cycle, like a cycle. It's ridiculous.
Then you gotta go to jail and get your shit pushed in by
Yeah, maybe.
shit.
You ever had your
Those little
shit pushed
dudes,
in, bro?
hey, no, bro. Listen, I will show
Pause.
you. Listen, I will show you a video on YouTube of this little dude from Menlo Park Crip or whatever it is, fighting one of his own big homies in a little ass cell because he said he got tired of like bullying him and like talking shit about him like in front of other people. Little light skinned dude fought this like buff ass black dude. When I tell you this dude beat this boy, he had this fool in between the wall and a toilet. Like, if you know how small a jail cell is, he had this boy in between the wall and a toilet beating the dog shit out of this dude. I said right there, if that dude wanted to take this dude's manhood, he could have took it right then and there. I don't ever want to be in a situation like that. And I'm a big dude, right? And 3-Man Podcast is a big dude. These dudes out here killing, they 140, 150. They look. They have
Right. And
weight
they
classes
can't
for a
fight.
reason.
And they're not even thinking about fighting. Like they
No.
going straight to the gap. Like they not even thinking about fighting. They going straight for the gun. Like, and I think that I don't know, because I don't think that they're thinking long term. Although, they thugged out right now, they not thinking about going to jail and getting their shit pushed in. They not thinking about even if they get killed. It's crazy.
Yeah. They
Pause.
drugs and all types of crazy stuff. But so we're gonna segue. You guys are welcome to stay in the back. You guys are here. I'm just gonna do this just a segue for later because I want to clip this. We're going into this Compton. The people of Compton are now begging Donald Trump to send in the National Guard and or the FBI because they say they do not trust the local authorities to do anything about the wave of violence that has taken over the city. And we have a degenerate like Compton Rick Rock, someone who in many ways perpetuates the ignorance in places like Compton. He's actually the one who broke this story. And I remember him from my time on No Jumper. And I was actually shocked. So I guess the Pookies, this fool was actually in prison. He was a cellie with one of my best homeboys when he was in prison. And it just looks like the Pookie class is waking up. They hate Trump, but now they're begging Trump. It is a interesting phenomenon, to say the least.
They better call their Auntie Maxine.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Pat. These families came together here tonight to call for an end to the violence that the city of Compton saw over this holiday weekend. And they also wanted to make sure that everyone knows these victims made it their life's work to help other people.
Nice. This is grand. But I have to go back to Texas by myself. And I don't get to talk to my best friend every day.
Tina Johnson just lost her son, Eric Washington. The well-known and respected Compton community advocate and former staffer to California State Assembly member Mike Gibson was at a 4th of July block party on West.
Them the fireworks I was talking about that's still going off as the paramedics is out there doing their job. They still popping fireworks. This is crazy, bro.
Laurel Street Saturday night, reportedly trying to de-escalate some sort of conflict when he was shot and killed.
My brother went there every year. I'm just so angry because he died somewhere where he loved everybody, where he was loved. And I'm not going to allow my daughter's death to go in vain because she was mine. And she made me proud.
Ebony's 19-year-old daughter, Mia Jenkins, was also shot and killed at that Compton block party. She was a UNLV nursing student.
And she had a purpose, and this wasn't that. And I'm really trying to make sense of it, but it don't make sense.
3 different families joined forces with community activists tonight at Compton City Hall to ask for help from the public, solving 2 different shootings in Compton over the weekend, and to call for an end to gun violence in the city.
It's sad when we have black on black crime.
That's right.
It's sad when you have any type of crime. And how long have these fools been calling for an end to the violence, but defending the same gang members and bums who commit the violence forever, for decades? Even since I was little, I used to go to that area where Eric Washington got killed and where that young lady got killed because my aunt's best friend, Paula, lived in the Sunny Cove community right behind those apartments. And it was violent then, and it's still violent now. And that's since I was a kid, and it was violent before I was born, right? Same old song and dance. But what makes this story special is now they're calling for Donald Trump to come in or to intervene.
Right. When we're going to stop?
Thaddeus Clark was also killed in a different Compton shooting early Sunday morning. His family says they think the city probably won't step up to the plate after these shootings, so they're calling on the federal government for help.
Uh-oh. They get that federal government up in there. They gonna come up in there. And this the thing, man. Compton, when I was coming up, used to be a lot of black people. Right? It's not even that many blacks out there no more. The whole city is now majority Hispanic.
Yep, and the crime rate is going down.
It's going down?
Yeah, dude, this Mexicans used to be killing each other up in California, kind of like black people. Mexicans overwhelmingly have abandoned that ghetto gang culture. Mexicans are buying, he gonna tell you right now, Mexicans buying up all the houses. Go ahead.
Okay, I was just going to ask, like, have there been like gang, illegal gang members coming in and doing these shootings and committing these crimes? Your governor, I'm sorry.
That was mostly like back when we were younger. Now the illegals who come in are trying to move drugs, but the cartels. Okay. I had a friend who owed the cartel $80,000. The cartel, he was scared they was gonna kill him. They caught him and was like, "We don't care about that. That's peanuts." The cartel don't want to bring no attention. You know what I'm saying? Because that brings the feds. So they
okay. Well, the governor is not letting the feds in anyway.
Well, if it's criminal related, like the cartels, they force their way in, right? They can just go.
I'm talking about the National Guard, what they're asking for.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Let's finish. Let them say this part so y'all can get the context of this a little more.
So for y'all to be still out there with this don't make no sense. We don't own no houses. Everybody in there, or down there, everybody in Compton that's black live in an apartment complex. We don't own the houses. The Hispanics bought all the houses up because every time we left with a house, we sell it. Our uncles, mamas, aunties, they sell it. Some of them be on dope, sell it, get high. Some people sell it, run off with the money, don't pay the rest of the family no money, just doing scandalous doulo stuff, taking money out the house. Don't leave no property to the grandkids or nothing. Only caring about themselves, man.
But I want y'all to listen to what he's saying.
He is preaching, okay?
He from Compton. Long Beach sit right up under the nuts of Compton, right?
No, but he is preaching. But right there, that's church.
But what I'm saying is, you got people even in the comments already buying, but Mexicans get to do this, that, and the third. No, bro. Black people are in this position they in because of what we do. And he's 100% right, because when my granny died, my grandfather left his house to his favorite, my aunt. The house, they wasn't even, bodies still warm. The house was on the market. Now this huffa lived a nice ass house in a very nice neighborhood in Long Beach. Very nice, 3-bedroom house, paid off all that. This heifer sold the house and is now living in a 1-bedroom shack in the heart of the ghetto in Compton. What did you do with all the money? What did you do with all the money? You clearly still need money because you're working. She's still working a shitty job. Blew it. Do you think anybody in our family saw that money? I said, man, we need to just make this like a family house. We all put in on the bills. And if anybody hit a rough patch or we have family events, we could just do it there because it had a big ass backyard, all that.
And that was grandpa's thought. That's what he wanted.
They wasn't even trying to hear me. Well, she wasn't. Everybody else was just dumb. I don't know what it is with black families. They really fall into the hierarchy. Oh, this person's older, this type of shit. She wasn't even trying to hear me. But the whole point is, by the time I even said that, she already had the house on the market. Now Mexican people own the house. It's really nice. They fixed it up real nice. They just come up off of black people's ignorance. And, they'll come make you a cash offer. So if you got a real ignorant black person, you could get a $500,000, $600,000 house in Cali, or a $700,000 house for like
$250 cash.
For like $250
That's
cash.
Crazy.
And that's what Mexicans do. They come with a cash offer. A lot of these people be dope fiends. I just had a dude down the street from me. His name is Ivory. He had a house over here in Long Beach off of 10th and Myrtle. I grew up right there when I was little. That man had that house like over 70 years. He had that house because he died when he was like 90 or something. He had the house forever. I remember him because he owned like an appliance store, and he ran the appliance store like he had his garage converted into like a store. So it would be his house, and then his garage was like a store, and he sold appliances out of there. He died. He left the house to his daughter. His daughter's a crackhead. She had that house sold, and I think she sold it for $150,000. In
Just
Cali,
money hungry. Is she
10
still
blocks from the
alive?
beach.
Because I know she smoked all that crack. All that money went to crack.
Kicked out the other family members and sold the house. The house is 10 blocks from the beach, right? In Long Beach, if you're on 10th Street, you're 10 blocks from the beach. Guess who bought the
When
house?
did she sell it? When?
This was like 2 years ago.
How much was that house worth?
That house easily was worth $1 million. Easily.
Wow.
Because, we live in Cali, so everything is inflated. But when you're now, back in the day, it wasn't like this. But now, if you're within 2 miles or 3 miles of the beach, you could try to get a mill for something. I got somebody on my block right here trying to get rid of a house for $2 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, the house easily was worth $1 million just for the piece of land. She sold that shit for like $150,000 cash. So, but this is what we do. But we like to blame everybody.
No, the
else.
white man stole it.
Oh, yeah. The white man stole. Yeah. We blame everybody else. And that is our biggest downfall. We have what we think in our mind is an excuse or a scapegoat. And we gonna beat that damn goat to death if we don't do nothing else.
You guys are probably Donald Trump, President Trump, bring the National Guards. They're not gonna stop, so you do it.
It's bad when they asking Trump to come help.
Yeah.
When they
ask for
Trump to come help, and you know how many people don't like him, and they asking for help. That's crazy. And let me show y'all just a little bit of this, man. Y'all gonna see them fireworks still going off. Watch this.
Boy, don't nobody give a damn about them fireworks. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. You got the blacks in Compton. Bring the National Guard because they tired of this shit. There's some people who actually want to have a life. I'll take my daughter to Compton if I'm with her. If my daughter was like, Dad, we going to Compton. No, you're not. No, you're not. Oh, my friend, I don't give a damn.
Only thing I could do in Compton is go to Roscoe Chickens and Waffles.
There ain't no damn
That is
Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in Compton.
They don't got Roscoe's in Compton no more? Oh, no. That was Inglewood. My bad. That was Inglewood.
Yo, my wife gonna say we got Roscoe's at home. Shut your ass up.
Man, that was the only time I went to Inglewood, California, and my hotel was pretty much right across the street from Roscoe. Man, it was good too. Don't ask for Donald Trump for help. Get Kendrick Lamar. Remember, they ain't like us. Get Kendrick's ass.
Right.
Where you at? And then maybe the Bloods and Cribs and the Tootsie Roo gang need to do another truce and everything. You ask for Kendrick. Call him. Remember.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm telling you. Everything is glorified. But when this type of stuff happen, where are all the rappers and singers? They'll say rest in peace to the person who was killed, but they won't even speak out against the violence no more because they want to be accepted by the Pookie class. They want to be accepted by the degenerates, right? But
yes, they be dyeing their hair. Everybody got the same teeth. That shit is crazy. That shit looks scary to me. I be looking at these people like, this is crazy.
It's wild, man. But I was a little bit proud because I'm like, dang, maybe some of my people finally waking up but look who it took to call for it. A black man. The black woman in Compton ain't ever gonna call for Donald Trump. Hey, Donald Trump, she's too busy trying to worship Jasmine Crockett. They'll accept the bloodlet.
They be calling on Barack Obama, the mofo who started all this crap.
He ain't even president no more. Yeah, Barack Obama. But see when men are leaders and the men are given the microphone and hey, tell us what you think. See, the truth will come out. Because men don't have, like, only if they're just ignorant and homosexual, men don't have, like a suicidal loyalty. Men look at things like, bro, can I walk with my head held high in my own neighborhood without risk of getting gunned down by a young teenager? See, that is the type of stuff that men think about, because usually we have sons and stuff, and we're out and about in the community. Women are like, the Pookies ain't coming after us. So as long as they're not coming after us, it don't matter. And a lot of them look at these dudes as the prime candidates for reproduction.
The Pookie be their sons. The Pookie be their sons.
Be their sons, be their mates, be the ones they mating with. Hell, we can stop all the crime in the black neighborhood if we make a deal with black women and the feds. Black women, hey, if your man commit a crime, tell them. I guarantee you watch the crime rate in the black community decrease.
Man, look.
These women don't be knowing that they what their boyfriend is doing. They don't even know his last name.
That's a bullshit lie.
No, they know what he's doing, but they don't know. Look, they don't know. They know what he's doing, but they don't know his real name. I remember my brother used to tell people his name was Sammy. He used to tell girls his name was Sammy. Bro, be in a whole 3-year relationship with this girl calling him Sammy. And then like he'll do something stupid like let my mom come over or something and she'll say his real name and the girl be like, I thought your name was Sammy. That's how oblivious women be. But also, man, listen, woman will damn near tolerate anything if you hit the back of that thing, dude. I'm telling you, I know from experience. In the hood, if you hit it good,
true.
She'll be
good.
That's why she don't know what you're doing, because she ain't worried about that.
Hey, all I would say is they be knowing who these motherfuckers is. Shit, they know me. One of my ex, she know me as Max Powers for 3 years.
Stop.
Then one day I pissed her off so bad she called me by my full government name. I was like, damn, how you know about the junior part? Like,
hey, Max Powers is crazy. But yeah, so guys, look, the degenerates are starting to wake up, man. They're starting to wake up. So let's hope that Trump does send the National Guard into Compton. But like they said, they don't think the local leaders will do anything about it.
The governor of the state has to invite the National Guard. He has to invite him. That's what Trump was saying the other day. Like, I would really like to help out in California. I would really like to help out in Chicago, but their governor, like, where's Illinois' governor? Where's California's governor? They have to request it.
Yeah, but people don't understand the Democrat Party benefits off of keeping people living in fear.
That's right.
They benefit from that. They benefit off of keeping you living in fear, and they benefit off of keeping you poor. If you get money and reach the middle class and you're earning a living, you're not going to vote Democrat because Democrats want to tax you based on your income and take everything from you, and you're trying to make more money. So yeah, the Democrat Party doesn't want ambitious people.
And then blame it on slavery while you can't get ahead.
No, seriously. Guys, look, we have a challenge, and I got my brothers who already contributed here. We have a $5 challenge, which is like every show. Let's try to hit our donation goal. Shout out to my brothers who contributed. Sticks and Stone, Sucker Season LA in the building. Salute the channel, bro. Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you. He's always supporting, day one supporter. And then we also have my other day one supporter, all gas, no brakes, in the building with the $5 holla. So help reach our goal. We got like eight to go. And I'm just going to keep going because there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about. I haven't been with you guys in a couple days doing dad stuff, volleyball stuff. But forget it. Why not? We should just keep going. I don't
hey, Brandon, I just hope Donald Trump send the National Guards, and when they rolling up into Compton, they play Young Miami and be like, "Where all my scamming?"
Whoever raised their hand and start dancing, get them.
Right, that'll bring them outside.
Nah, for real. Truth 884, my brother. I hate JB Pritzker and Brandon Johnson is a sucker. 100%. 150%. And their cities are going bankrupt. So at this point, what's the point? Like, you're losing. You're losing. The money's running out. The people with a little bit of bread are getting the hell out of Dodge. Like, and these people are
The
not
people
dumb.
who can't leave, they see what's going on with these people and how they are disregarding what they want. Like, those people want, help because they can't survive like this.
No, 100%. 100%. But guess what? But look, the problem is you got some of those people voting for the communists and shit, thinking, yeah, we gonna get something. Oh, here we go. This is nice and ignorant. Voting helps no one. Keep on going with that mindset. That is the biggest, that is the second biggest hurdle in the black community. You have people who, see, he feels like voting doesn't help him because he's a bum. But he'll spread
No, they want you to believe that because all they do is steal the elections anyway. So they want to disenfranchise you. That's why they need to pass this Save America Act so that the people who should be voting are voting. The people who are American and have a stake in this country for real are voting in our best interest, not for nonsense. Like these people, they try to tell you that your son could turn into a daughter. Like, they tried to make you believe that. That's a effing problem. So, like, you gotta, first of all, if you're gonna vote, you need to be from America. That's number one. You need to have some kind of common sense or some kind of, urgency in your life where you feel like, okay, maybe if I give this person the job, they can handle it. And then you realize if they do a good job, they stay on the job. If they do a bull crap job, they get fired. These people are our employees. These are not people that tell us what to do. We tell them what to do. And if they don't do what we say, they gotta go.
These people think that politicians are their king. These women think Jasmine Crockett is their queen and their leader. It's like, bro, this is your servant. That's why they're called public servant. Whatever you want, they are supposed to do. And if they don't do it, you get rid of them. Now, on the Democrat side, the damn politicians are telling the people what they're going to do. This is what we going to fight
They
for.
telling you what they won't do. They said they not passing the Save America Act. They was like, no. The whole country said, yo, we want that. And they said, nah, we don't got the votes. What you gonna do? Like, what? It ain't nothing we could do. Like, huh?
Yeah.
Like,
that's
look at it on the MAGA. Look at it on the Republican side, or you want to call it MAGA side, right? They said that we're in the cult. Do y'all remember when Donald Trump, he did a rally and he started talking about Operation Warp Speed, which was the C-19 vaccine, and everybody start booing him, and he was just like, hey, I liked the plan, but hey, it is what it is. Aren't we having a good time though, right? And everybody started cheering for his ass.
Look at this idiot. I want to read this comment. These niggas couldn't name 2 black senators, Tim Scott and Byron Donald, 2 black Republican mayors. Black Republican mayors. That's a good one. You got me. Can't name
Byron is not a senator.
What is Byron?
He's a representative.
Oh, he's a representative. Yeah, he's not a senator. My bad.
I believe there's only one black senator who is Tim Scott.
It's only Tim Scott?
Oh, what about Wesley Hunt? Is he the House representative?
Right.
Yeah, he's a rep. Can't name 2 black people in Donald Trump's cabinet. I just know the HUD director. He's black. And I know they asked
it don't matter about the black people in Donald Trump's cabinet. You heard?
They asked Ben Carson, to do something. And he declined. He didn't want to, But no, that's what I'm saying. You can't look, okay, here.
They focus on the wrong stuff.
Let me ask a question. Is it better to be a part of a party where you have very little representation, or be in a party where you are disproportionately represented?
The kingmaker is a commie. We don't talk to commies. This is America. We don't fuck with commies. Get off the line.
But wait, listen. Is it better to be in the party where you don't have many people who look like you, in certain positions, or be a part of the party where you have a ton of people who look like you in certain positions, but they don't do anything for you. Because last I checked, the Black Caucus in California, which is pretty strong, wouldn't even motion to vote on reparations, cash payments. And they wrote the bill. They wrote the reparations bill and then refused to motion to have the bill voted on by the California Congress. And it took a white Republican to actually motion to have it voted on, and no Black Democrat would second the motion, which would have forced the California Congress to vote on it. See, these people they're literally signed up for a cult, and they're willing to participate in humiliation rituals where they are represented greatly in that party, but they are constantly embarrassed because they're constantly reminded that the party just uses them as a prop and that they don't have any real control over what the party is doing. And I'm going to prove it to you because we're going to talk right now about.
Can I bring up something real quick, Brandon?
Go ahead.
If you don't mind, it'd be real quick. So, if y'all remember, not too long ago, the Supreme Court struck down that you can't have race districts. So, majority of all those Black-owned those Black districts in states like Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia, so on. Majorities of those Black districts, let's look at Louisiana, where that line was drawn. Those were actually the highest crime areas in that state. Also, the poorest areas in that state, on top of the least Black ownership in that state. So, you want a Black representation? I get it. What has shown me that the Black representation that Black folks been getting for the past, 30 effing years, they haven't done nothing for you at all. They haven't done zero, zip, nada, because you've been bamboozled, hoodwinked, led astray, run amok.
Hey, but look, Black people are full of shit about representation in the color stuff, because as soon as the person who's Black is a Republican and the person who is white is a Democrat, they vote
Memphis.
white. They go Virginia. You could have the first Black female governor who's a good woman, Winston Sears, and you chose to go with Abigail Spanberger, who then immediately raised, who immediately, and CIA, ex-CIA agent, right? I thought Black people hated the CIA. They chose Spanberger over Winston Sears, and Winston Sears would have been the first Black governor in the whole country, in the history of the world, of the country. And Black people said, fuck the Black shit. We going with Whitey because Whitey got a D on the side of their name. And Obama went to Virginia. Obama went to Virginia and said, vote for this white lady over this Black woman. And I promise you, if Obama was a real nigga, I would have got on that stage and say, fuck it, vote for the Black lady so we get a Black woman. I would have just went against the whole party just to see a Black
Obama
person.
is not FBA.
I thought that was about representation, though.
Hold on. FBA ain't got shit to do with shit. Because FBA is the primary person voting for white Democrats over Black candidates. FBA is if FBA is truly a bloodline. Remember, FBA, this is what they said. FBA is based on what? Lineage. So if part of FBA doing something, all of FBA is doing that. So if FBA if 90% of FBA is voting Democrat, FBA is a Democrat group. They are a Democrat supporting entity, right? That's like saying all the Hispanics are going to vote for, if there's 10 Hispanics who don't want to vote for Javier, what's his name? Becerra.
Javier Rodriguez Gonzalez.
Javier Becerra. just because 10 of them don't vote for him, but the other 90% vote for him, that means that that group collectively supports that person. We doing statistics. So
Right.
yeah,
And that's the block. That's the voting block.
Yes, that's
they got FBA in a block. And they already know reliably they can count on that FBA vote. You know, Tariq and them, they named it ADOS and FBA. That's their voting block. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna hold them Democrats down.
They know that these FBA is voting themselves into destruction. That is why they try to deflect and pick fights with all these immigrants and stuff, because if they turn the lens on themselves, they would actually have to make some type of changes.
We're past destruction, brother. We're at extinction, dude.
Extinction. But isn't that the same thing?
No, destruction. We're destruction. We're at it right now. If you look around, most black precincts, major like predominantly black precincts, aren't doing too good, except for like 2, maybe 3, and one of them is in California, Baldwin Hills, I think.
Man, that ain't even all black no more. They getting pushed up out of there.
They ain't all black. Shit.
I just explained it. The family is leaving the house to the kids, and the kids is like, fuck that, selling it, getting the money. They go get them a little apartment somewhere in Beverly Hills or maybe even the hood. Shit.
Get out of here, for real?
No, man, I'm not lying to you. Because houses, you gotta pay taxes and shit. Can't smoke crack and pay taxes.
Well, shout out to the NCAACP for endorsing wherever the white lady is, the governor of Virginia. I forgot her name. Schamberg.
But guys, look,
Spamberger.
I'm gonna drop everybody because I'm gonna go into this other topic so I can clip it for later.
Have a good day, y'all.
If y'all want to call
stay
back,
safe on that road.
Yeah, stay safe. Thank all y'all for coming up. And Jones, man, you called in right when I was gonna drop everybody. What's up, my brother?
Yeah, that's the usual, man.
Hey, you ain't been here in a minute, bro. Don't be playing.
Yo, bro. This is that New York versus LA type. You know what I'm saying? Come on, son. Listen, you gotta change your format, man. You gotta be more like Dynas, man. I know you be beefing with, you know what I'm saying, like so-called with Dynas, but you gotta be more like him, man. You gonna drop everybody because you gotta bring up another topic, man.
You about to be 1 minute in.
Listen,
Dynas only covers one topic every show.
All right, let the brother live, man. You know what I'm saying? At least he let people talk. You be like, yo, I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? Because I know you like to hear yourself talk, man. You just like me, man. But listen, man, this is the thing I want to understand, man. All right, what is it? Because I heard the sister, you know what I'm saying? That's why I clicked on, man. Because Obama's not FBA. What is really going on, man? What the hell is really going on, man? What is it? No, I'm not trying to focus on Obama. I'm just trying to say, what is it black folk want, man? You know what I'm saying? All right. Do black Americans, quote unquote, African Americans, whatever, because, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a tether calling in, you know what I'm saying, on the live stream, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? But I know I'm born and raised. So I'm American first. So
she came back up to cook your ass.
I ain't got to be black.
I didn't come to cook nobody. I ain't come to cook nobody.
Let me finish. I ain't got to be black and I ain't got to be FBA or whatever, but I know on my passport or my citizenship it says, you know what I'm saying, American born, American raised. I got that stamp of approval, you know what I'm saying?
That's yours, yeah. But Barack Obama, that's what you called the say that Barack Obama got that?
No.
He got the stamp? Oh.
No, listen to me, sister. Listen to me. I just want to know what, like, okay, we already know we already know Obama's background. He, you know, what I'm saying he comes from a white woman and a black man. So why would you mention, oh, he's not FBA?
He's not FBA. He come from a white woman, allegedly, and a black man, allegedly, from Africa, straight out of Africa, not a black American man. He grew up in Hawaii, raised by two white grandparents, allegedly, right?
Okay, let me ask you this.
He never had the black American experience. He cannot relate to you. He can't relate to you. He's not FBA. Period.
You absolutely right. You absolutely right. But when does the clock start? Like, you know what I'm saying? How many generations you have to be removed, you know what I'm saying, to be a continental or indigenous
You gotta
person?
be born to FBA parents. You gotta be raised by FBA grandparents. You gotta have experienced the Black American experience.
How many generations?
Yes.
How many generations?
The rules
it don't matter.
Listen,
you can't be from allegedly from a lady from Kansas and a man from West Bubblefuck,
Yes,
and now you no, you're not. No, you can't. If you raised in Hawaii, that's a true Black American experience. Was raised in Hawaii by two white people.
You don't know the rules of FBA. You don't know the criteria because y'all be listening to Tariq.
What's the criteria? I'm confused. I thought you had to be indigenous. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna explain it to you. Y'all be listening to Tariq, and Tariq changed the definition every fucking week.
I don't listen to none of them.
I mean, I know, but if you listen to him, you're gonna be lost because he changes the definition. To be FBA, you only need to have one FBA family member, and if you are a descendant of a white person, you can still be FBA because somebody was arguing about whether or not somebody, if they got one white parent, one black parent, could they be FBA? And Tariq, because you know he liked those high yellow women, his wife mama is white, he said yes. So Barack Obama is foundational one way or another. He's either FBA or FWA. He either a foundational white American or you're a foundational black American. Either way, he is foundational. And because his skin happens to be black, he is a foundational white / black American.
I don't
even
understand.
More foundational white. He's more foundational white American because his father is a Kenyan man, not an American citizen, but a Kenyan man. The only American citizen was his mother, which was a white Hawaiian woman. He was also raised in Malaysia, and he was also raised in Hawaii. So what was that guy's name? Light-skinned brother had to teach him how to be black. Light-skinned brother,
he wasn't he's an actor. That's that Reggie Love. Where Reggie Love at? I'm still wondering where is Reggie Love? Remember Reggie Love?
That bro boyfriend. Y'all know.
Okay, but this is what I'm trying to ask y'all, man. How many generations do you have to be removed in order to be considered, quote unquote, an American? To hell with being Black American.
I'm sorry, Anthony. I'm so sorry to ruin your hopes, dreams, and aspirations. But Barack is not FBA. He's not you. He ain't like you.
You can no. I just told you.
Like us. Ain't like us.
I just told you, quote unquote. I'm a tether. I just said that. So I'm not. Listen, I'm
you
not
a tether, and you calling to defend another one?
No. I'm not. Brandon, did I defend this dude?
No.
All I'm trying to say is, listen, man. My family. My mother's Jamaican, and my father is came from Antigua. You know what I'm saying? The island of Antigua. I got two mixed parents, man. They come from two different islands. You know what I'm saying? But I'm born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised in Kings County Hospital, raised in Flatbush, Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I'm New York to the core. So all I want to know, how many generations you have to be removed from your immigrant parents to be considered, quote unquote, American?
I think if you were born here as an American legally, and your parents were legal as well when they pushed you out, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you should be if you repping America, you American. That's
You're
that. But
American.
that's
Yeah,
only
you're.
if you legally here. If your parents had an anchor baby to try to stay here so they could, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Then
Wait,
nah.
Based
hold
on
on,
the
sis.
law,
I don't
wait,
care
wait,
if you
wait,
was
wait,
born
wait,
in
wait, wait,
Kings
wait.
County.
Listen. If it technically based on the law, we got to follow the law. Even if you are an anchor baby, according to the law, you are still an American.
Oh, wait, hold on, sis. I was born in 1975, man. Ain't no such thing as anchor babies in 1975, man.
Yes,
You
it
know
was.
when,
Yes, there was. Yes, there was. There's been anchor babies since the
who?
Yes, there
14th
was,
Amendment.
brother.
There's been
Who?
anchor babies since the 14th Amendment. Okay.
I don't know why Aunt Jones has this
Well,
argument.
there's
He's not no
there,
damn anchor baby. His parents are citizens.
Yeah, they
well,
citizens, but
there's
I
been
want
anchor
to.
babies ever since Ronald Reagan signed the mass amnesty
See,
bill.
here's
So
here is the issue. When you have immigrants who still operate from the perspective of an immigrant, like
That's exactly right.
Ant is from an island, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm proud Jamaican, whatever." But when we get on
I
the
never said that.
Americans,
I never said that.
Wait, here's the question. What you
aren't you?
do?
You have
What
said you're
flag is you
Jamaican.
waving
Never said that.
at the
Are you Jamaican?
West Indian Day parade? Which
Wait, hold on,
flag is
hold on a
you
second.
waving
Hold on a
on
second.
Eastern Parkway every year?
Huh?
What flag you waving on Eastern Parkway?
I don't wave no flag on Eastern Parkway.
Okay,
I
so
don't
you
wave.
don't go to the parade.
Nah, when I ever went to the parade, I never waved no flag. The only
Oh, you
flag
don't
I
identify.
represent.
You don't identify. You ain't claiming. You
How
said,
can I claim? How can I claim some place
I'm
that
just
I'm not
messing with
from?
you. But when you go on Eastern Parkway, people be waving flags of different countries. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, that's because that's
That's why I'm
listen.
asking you that.
Yeah, you absolutely right. But that's because some people are indoctrinated into represent other cultures than representing what they was raised in. Now, if I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I grew up around nothing but, you know what I'm saying, black Americans from down south, and you know what I'm saying, most of my friends was either black Americans or people that was born here that was their parents was descendants of immigrants or whatever, then that's what I represent, man. You know what I'm saying? How am I going to go on Eastern
Okay, but
Parkway?
do
How am I,
you identify as an American? That's the question, Anthony.
Yes.
of course, I represented as American, man.
Do you identify as an
Yes,
American?
yes,
You're not running around
yes.
talking about
Why do
blood
y'all act
child,
like
you a
y'all don't?
Jamaican or whatever you come from. You know, you're not running
well,
around
Yes,
screaming
yes.
about
I'm not.
how you repping.
well,
I don't know what you said. I'm sorry if I'm
well,
being offensive.
since
No.
you
You
are
no. You
American
good? You
now,
good?
I'm gonna bring you I'm on my way to Hunts Point Market. I'll bring you American flag. Meet me there, man.
Hey, listen, bro.
Just
Aunt
good working,
Jones.
man.
Aunt
Wait,
Jones is a
hold
Exactly.
on,
Wave
hold
that
on.
American flag on the
Aunt
Hold
parkway.
on. Are you
Jones.
from
Stop
the
playing.
Bronx? You
Look,
from the
Aunt
Bronx,
Jones.
homie? You from the
Aunt,
Bronx?
No. I'm a truck driver. I'm always in the
Hey, man, I don't
Bronx.
need you to listen, man. I don't need you to bring me no American flag from Hunts Point, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, son. You disrespecting me
all
now, man.
right.
Yeah, nah,
Look,
those made in China.
But
look, man.
man, hold
Aunt,
on, no. Hold on. I'm talking about I got me American flag made in America, son. No, I'm just joking with you.
Joe
I'm
White.
fucking
Joe
with you.
White said, "Is it possible for black people to talk without yelling?" Probably not.
Nah, this no. I have no problem with different viewpoints. I just wanna. I'm just trying to say, man. Listen, man. We need to just like identify who's with us and who's not with us, man. Now I don't believe in the
But
FBA movement, huh?
can we agree that Barack Obama's not FBA?
Yes, we can definitely agree because he don't
He's
move like FBA.
he's
He don't move like
FWA.
FBA.
He's
You know what I'm
FWA.
saying? But I don't really identify with FBA because they don't wanna identify with
You're
where
not
they came from.
FBA. Why would you
Huh?
identify with FBA and you're not FBA?
All right, so you FBA now, yeah?
I'm not FBA. I mean, I think FBA is stupid. That's a stupid thing.
All right, so
Exactly. Ain't nobody claiming no daggone gang.
I'm on the
That's
same
not even a gang. It's an online hate group, which is the worst because they won't do nothing. These people get online and hate on immigrants and then go into the real world and be going to eat Jamaican
all right,
food.
listen,
Hey, how are you?
this
What's some
this
Jamaican food?
Can I get 2 beef patties with some
Yeah, can I get the
vegetable bread?
let me get the large oxtail. I'll take the cabbage on the side. Let me get
Right.
that rasta
So
pasta
I
and
can't.
cocoa
I can't.
bread.
Hold up,
I
bro.
can't.
Black
A beef
Americans
patty with
invented.
cheese on cocoa.
Black Americans invented oxtails, bro. Slow your roll, bro. Slow your roll.
All right, so I can't get I can't
Oh, you
get
said
some
Black
fish.
Americans?
I can't get some whitening fish with some macaroni and cheese and some collard greens.
No. You
And some
get
cooked
aki.
turkey
You
necks.
get aki. You get aki and saltfish.
What
That's
type
what you
of
get.
person
Aki
eats
and
whiting
See,
saltfish.
fish?
see,
I eat catfish. That's why you're not FBA. Because you
I don't eat no catfish, man.
well, that's
You
what
don't eat
FBA eat.
catfish?
If you want to be
Mus-
down with FBA, you better start eating
Muslim
it.
don't. I don't want to be no down no FBA, man. I'm a native New Yorker, man. We don't eat no damn catfish, man. Get out of here with that dumb shit.
Nobody
Yeah?
from New York eats catfish.
Hell nah.
I like
They
catfish, but you're not buying catfish in New York necessarily. You're going to get your whiting fillet with the
See,
head off.
that's because y'all got all that Puerto Rican influence and shit.
Nah.
prefer that
No.
red snapper.
We eat
Tilapia.
whitings, we eat red snappers, we eat porgies, and that's what we eat, man. We don't eat no damn catfish up here in New York, man. Come on, man.
I don't think
Well,
y'all even
come to
eat
the South and have
tilapia.
you some catfish, Anthony.
I eat red snapper, but when I go to like the little fish market, which is rare, niggas eating catfish. I don't know what New York people are doing and don't care. Catfish is fire.
Yeah, it's a chicken. They call it the chicken of the sea.
I think they call tuna.
You know what?
You
know what? I think most of y'all from a different generation from me. Like I said,
from nothing, bro. Black people been eating catfish for centuries.
No. I'm not talking about that because I'm born in '75, right? I ain't never had no problem with my kinfolk, man. One of my best homies that died in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? He was one of my best homies, yo.
It's not let me just stop you. Let me stop you right there. It's not a generational thing because the person who invented this stupidity is older than you. So
and who's that?
Tariq Nasheed. He's like 60. So that's what I'm telling you. The ignorance be coming from the older generation, and then it be blamed on the younger generation. And that's not how it is. You just have ignorant ass people in Black America who are 60 and 70 who still act like 50. My granny on my mama's side, she's damn near 80. She has the mindset of a 15-year-old kid. Like, I'm just being real with you. She's petty as hell. Like, my mom is 60. She has the mindset of a freaking 15-year-old kid, totally immature, no type of emotional intelligence, petty as hell. That's where all that comes from. Catty. You know what I'm saying? Always trying to start division. That is a product, that is a characteristic of the older Black generations. That's why do you think they fell right after? Why do you think civil rights moved in on them so easy? Because part of them was like, let's stick together. And the other half was like, no, we want to go be with the white folks. So that's where divide and conquer worked. That's where the seed was first planted of divide and conquer. So of course they're coming down the generations, spreading division. And what you got to realize is this: the internet has brought things to light that have always been a theme in the homes of ignorant niggas. See, you just didn't know that there were people who felt like that, but there have been people who felt the way Tariq feel in the Black community for decades and forever. But you have enlightened Black people like me and like Miss Berry and like you. We just see a Black person like, that's my brother, that's my sister. We should look out for each other.
No. See, you're wrong about that because I grew up in that era, man. You know what I'm saying? Where I had to like check both sides, man. I had to check my family and I had to check people that, you know what I'm saying, Black Americans, like, yo, all right. Cause I went to school in that type of era where Black Americans be like, okay, you came off the banana boat. And
you just proved my point and hyper
okay, but hold on, let me finish. And I also went to school in that era where I heard people in my family told me, okay, yo, Black Americans is lazy, this, that, and the third. So I had to check both sides. Nah, son.
Yes,
Nah,
son.
man.
Yes,
Nah,
yes. There are
nah,
many Black Americans
nah,
that are lazy,
nah.
bro.
You ain't really
Yeah,
have to check
yeah,
nobody because
yeah,
kids are
yeah.
cruel. And yeah, we was making fun of y'all because y'all was coming to school looking crazy, and it was a culture shock. This Anthony, I need you to get over this because it was
Wait,
a
What is
hold
wrong
on,
culture
with
hold
you?
on.
shock.
Hold up. Wait, wait.
I
These were
ain't never
kids
went to
Hold
coming.
up,
school looking
bro.
crazy.
Hold up, bro. Black
I ain't never
American
went to
kids.
school looking
Hold
crazy.
on, bro. Hold on. Black American kids' mamas was smoking crack, sucking dick in project basements and shit for $2, and they see an African in their culture
That
shock.
was in
Wait,
your
hold on.
generation.
No,
No,
That
excuse
was
me.
in
wait a
No,
your
minute. Wait a
excuse
minute.
generation.
me.
Guys, let me say
Excuse
this.
me. I'm
Let
in
me
your
say this,
generation,
bro.
Anthony. I'm just
You
letting
could
you know, like
tell.
the little girls and the little boys would come to school looking like Caribbean people. You weren't
No.
Americanized just yet.
That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking
That
about.
was why we
He
made fun
said,
of you.
he said his generation was smoking crack. Ain't nobody in my generation, no Black American mothers was smoking no crack.
Yeah, no.
Hell no, man. But I was listen.
Like
I
No,
didn't
he
come
that
to
is
school.
true.
said
You grew up in
he
the 80s.
would.
Hold on,
I
guys.
didn't come to school looking
Let me mute
crazy.
everybody. Let me mute everybody. Hold on, bro. You ain't about to get up here and lie. You were born in 75. That means you grew up in the 80s and the 90s, nigga. There were crackheads roaming the streets. Holly Berry losing Isaiah level crackheads, bro. These are super crackheads. Sucking dick for $2. You saw the movie Jungle Fever? The final scene. Hey, daddy, I suck your dick for
That was a
$2.
culture shock too,
But what I'm
Brandon.
telling you is you cannot see that ashy ass crackheads didn't go to school and be like an ashy ass African is a culture shock. You see the same shit.
No, I'm talking about little kids. Like when we was little, when you little, you making fun of everything. Like
Well, yeah,
any
you
little
cracking
thing.
jokes on
You
everybody.
know, a different type of sneaker, or if your pants is high waters, or if you have like a button-up shirt and everybody like, just stuff that's different. So people would comment on it. And I know that in my day, I was born in 80. So I'm 46 right now. You know what I'm saying? So in my day when I went to school and those kids who were Caribbean, like the little girls would come with the big giant hair bows on their head looking like, to me that was looking crazy. Why? Because that's not what I was used to. I was used to Americanized, and I did see people making fun of other people. So yeah, if we would laugh. I mean,
What part of New York you from?
I'm from Brooklyn.
I'm from
See, at the
Flatbush.
time I was living in. See, at
What
the
No,
part of
time I
Brooklyn
was
you
living in Hartford.
Excuse me, New
Bed-Stuy,
Yorkers.
Crown Heights.
Excuse me, New Yorkers. Please let the other non-New Yorker get a word in.
Well, see, I was living in Hartford, Connecticut, and the color combination to some of you immigrants was off the chain, boy. I'm just saying, and what you said earlier. Well, like I'm just saying, bro. Like I was just like, what in the saving the bell type of outfit is this, nigga?
Yo, let me
Like
tell you
shit.
something, man. Yo, me and my homies, man, we used to make fun of everybody, man. When the Jamaicans came from Jamaica in the early 80s, mid 80s or whatever, they used to come with the shabarank suits, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the Shopper
Where they
Ranks
got
haircut.
they got the ballies on, and they got the shirts with the hose in it and all that.
Yeah,
Yo, we used to make fun of all that, man. You know
the
what I'm saying? I'm
fishnets
telling
wife
you,
beaters. They're like,
exactly, man. Yo, Miss Berry,
ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
I'm telling you, Miss Berry, I never went to school. On no bullshit, man. I was poloed up from third grade on, man. You know
I
what I'm
believe
saying?
you, Anthony. I
I was
believe you. I
rocking
believe you,
polo,
Anthony.
Aeropostale, you know what I'm saying? Guess jeans. Yo, all my
Hey,
homies, man.
somebody's
All my
background.
homies
Yeah, that
was
was in the time when you was dressing yourself. I'm talking about when your mother threw that button-up green shirt on you
Hey,
and them brown pants with the high water.
nah,
Stop
she
playing
never
with
did
me,
that.
Anthony.
She never
oh, the
did that, man.
corduroys, nigga. Oh
Listen,
She never
shit.
listen,
did that, man.
listen. When your
She
mom
never
take a
did.
big ass gob of Vaseline and rub it all over your fucking face before you go to school,
Well, yeah,
I
she
used to
did
try to
that.
get out the
She
door
did
before
that.
that.
She did
Okay,
that.
let
Hey,
me just. I got
Brandon.
one.
Oh, my
Okay,
bad,
I
Brandon.
got one question for Miss Berry. Then three man, you got your point. So Miss Berry, like when you hear dudes like Ant Jones talk with that heavy New York Flatbush accent, does that like do something to you? Do you get like, oh my god, he's from New York? Are you like excited
No,
about that?
Excited? No, sir.
Why
My
not?
whole family is from New York. What are you talking?
Will you talk to your countrymen? You're not like, oh, bro,
Oh,
got the.
Oh yeah, like a cowboy.
Hey, Brandon, she's talking to her brethren.
Damn.
Bro, why
Go
you
ahead,
gotta
three
take it
man.
there, man?
Go ahead, three.
Yeah,
I'm
I tell
sorry,
you,
bro.
yo, y'all LA
Yo.
dudes, man, is mad jealous, man. Y'all mad jealous,
Hey,
man.
hey, I'm
Y'all
actually originally
been
from
jealous of New
Hartford.
York dudes, man.
Yo, I'm
That's
actually
jealousy. Oh,
originally
that's
from
cute.
Hartford, Connecticut. So I used to catch hell from my New Yorker family and shit. But back in
Yeah,
the day, bro,
shout out to Connecticut, man. It's a beautiful state, man. Love Connecticut, man.
man, fuck Connecticut. Tired of Connecticut, man.
All right.
Shit.
Okay. All right, man.
I hate going back to Connecticut, man,
Nah, it's a
because
beautiful state, though. It's a beautiful state,
oh,
though, man.
it's a beautiful state because the cousins that you were talking about with the fish hole wife beaters, yeah, those my cousins and shit. Walking around with the Shabba Ranks haircut still. I'm like, come on, you gotta change this. We in 2026. But yeah, so Brandon, yeah, back in the day, bruh, when you was talking about, you had crackheads everywhere roaming the streets like wild cats and shit. That shit used to be bad back in the day, for real though. And so, a lot of our culture, let's just be real, a lot of our black culture has evolved from dope fiends who basically they decided to breed, and they breeded.
Yes.
Motherfucker, that was a big ass fly.
The
But
crack
yeah,
babies
decided.
had babies. And they was
Yeah, crack.
encouraged to take pills, pop pills, popping Molly, Ollie.
Yeah.
And guess what? They having babies now. When the babies is like, where my skimming ass niggas at? It's a shame.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's not only it's a damn shame, man, but I feel like they have outbred us, man. And so we fucked up in the game now, man. And so we stuck with these niggas.
Who I bred y'all?
All right. All right, guys.
The insignificant Negroes.
All right, Brandon. Thank you for having me
All right,
back up.
Brandon.
All right, we
Appreciate you
about to
having me
we
up,
It was
about to
brother.
good
end it.
talking to y'all.
I quit my job to do
He
YouTube
smoke.
full time, so I have to actually sit down and
Okay.
make some videos.
All right. I appreciate you having me up again, Brandon.
I
And
gave my 2 weeks.
Listen, can I say one thing, man? Before you close out or do
You
whatever
got
you're
one.
doing?
You have literally 1 minute. But oh wait, before you
You
say
just gonna
that,
give me 1 minute? You gonna give
before
me
you
1
get
minute?
yes, 1 minute. Let me get this super chat from my brother real quick before you say that, so I don't forget. Damn, that was a while back. Truth 884. Commies and suicidal empathy are walking us into slaughterhouse. FBA better start voting for Republicans 100%, but we won't. These ignorant FBA people, they will scream and complain about what the liberals are doing to them, but they'll just continue to still vote for the liberals because remember, this is a victim class. They will never do what they should do because it'll take away the power of them doing what they want to do, which is make themselves out to be a victim. A victim is not looking for a solution. They're looking for another thing to complain about. But thank you, Truth 884, my brother, my day one homie. Okay, go ahead, Aunt Jones, and then we out of here.
Yeah, I just want to say I need black Americans, quote unquote African Americans, FBA, whatever you call yourself, man. Y'all need to step up your political game, man. Cause you know what I'm saying, it ain't the African or the immigrant from the Caribbean that's your problem, man. It's these Mandami dudes, these Muslims that's in your community with all the corner stores. It's these Koreans, it's these Chinese. They your problem, man. You know what I'm saying? You got these people pushing socialism, communism, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Before you even had a chance to get your foot in the dirt or even get your foot in the door and really take stock of this country, you know what I'm saying, for what y'all did, you know what I'm saying, for what y'all been doing, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't allow these people from foreign countries that don't even talk a lick of English or don't even speak good English to take over damn Congress and the Senate and all that, man. Y'all need to smash out against that, man. It ain't the black immigrants that's your problem, man. It's the motherfucking brown coalition that y'all think, you know what I'm saying, is doing y'all justice, man. And y'all need to talk against the black women, you know what I'm saying, in the legislature that's approving this shit and co-signing this shit. People like Jasmine Crockett and all these other people like the AOCs and all these other people, man. Cause they the ones that's here to destroy what y'all built, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? With everything else, what everybody else put into this country, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop letting these people misuse y'all and ride on your backs like Dr. Amos Wilson said, man. Dr. Amos Wilson said this shit. Everything Dr. Amos Wilson said 30, 40 years ago has come true. These people is going to ride your back. They going to ride your back. These Mexicans, these damn, whatever you call them, man, they going to ride your back on this black and brown coalition.
We got to link up. We got to link up with our white brothers.
Well, whatever you got to do, man. You know what I'm saying?
Slavery is a choice. Let's make better choices.
You're going to have to get them on board in a certain aspect because a lot of white people just be doing some dumb shit, just be doing dumb shit, man. They don't understand, like, okay, all right, yo, all right. Like I said, man, in a way, y'all got to take 50% of the blame and the white folks got to take 50% of the blame, man. Because, you know what I'm saying? What was wrong for white people to say, okay, listen, man, yo, we got 20% of the population, yo, let them live, man. Let them live, man. Let them grow. You know what I'm saying? If we gotta come together and have some type of mulatto society, okay, it is what it is, man. But they smashed out against y'all and said, okay, listen, we just want to make this shit all white. And then he turned against y'all and said, okay, we're gonna link up with the Hispanics, man. Hispanics ain't your friend, man.
The white liberal traded the idiotic black.
Exactly, but there's more white liberals. There's more white liberals to go around than white conservatives on your side, man. That's what I'm trying to say, man.
No,
so y'all gotta, yeah, it is, man. You gotta
white conservative and white liberals are like 50-50.
Yeah, all right, you keep thinking that, man.
I know it. Y'all,
conservatives just want to conserve the American culture. We just want to keep America. We don't want to change it.
What is American culture?
Wait, listen.
You don't know. You said you was born here.
Isn't American culture a mixture of African and European culture?
Not to a point where they don't assimilate and become American and they just stay Somalian and freaking whatever you just said.
But Somalians don't even assimilate with African culture.
That's why they need to go home.
Somalians is mixed people anyway.
Okay,
we're not
going down this rabbit hole. We're not going down this rabbit hole.
All right, all I'm telling y'all, get y'all political awareness together, man, and stop voting for these socialists. And because in New York right now, man, you know what I'm saying? You have people like Al Sharpton, you had people like Jamani Williams on the city council. You had all these other dudes, you know what I'm saying? Prominent dudes that was pushing Mandami, man. A flipping Indian, yeah. A flipping Muslim Indian, man.
Is he in it? Okay.
All they had to do was bring back Eric
became
Adams,
American
man.
8 years ago. He got his citizenship 8 years ago.
All Negroes had to do, even though Negroes is like about a fifth of the population in New York City, all they had to do was bring back Eric Adams, man. You know what I'm saying? They co-signed everything that Mandami did and what Eric Adams did, you know what I'm saying, to fuck up the city. They didn't smash out against that, but they still voted against him, man. And then this dude, Cuomo wanted to throw his hat in the ring when he was even supposed to be on the ballot, man. You know what I'm saying? All I'm trying to tell y'all, man, listen, man, you don't want no more AOCs, and you don't want that dude. What's that dude? That's pushing a lot of this shit, man. And I think he got a secret agenda, man. That Hassan. No, that Hassan. Yeah, man. Yo, I think he working with these Arabs, man. Yo, you gotta watch out for these people, man. I'm telling you, man. That's all I gotta say, man.
Okay, let me ask you guys a question before y'all leave. I'm gonna do another live later. What topic? Because I was thinking about covering it, the topic where that little black boy disappeared on that island. Did y'all hear about that?
Nah,
I heard about it, but I don't know the story. I don't really know the story, so I wouldn't be any good with
Audience,
commentary
do
on
you
that.
guys know about that black kid who disappeared?
Yeah. I
He
heard
was
about
found
it.
dead. I didn't cover it because I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but don't cover that topic. Why, Black Loki? You tell me. What topic should we cover for the second show today? Because I'm gonna do another show because I didn't give y'all a show for 2 days. Just everybody in the audience, just throw out a bunch of topics y'all want to hear about. I'm gonna do short videos. Guys, go join the Discord, man. Go join the Discord.
Alien. Nah. No,
Talk about how these commies think they're gonna take over our damn country.
Cover that topic. Because with the with the young brother that lost his life. Because I mean, my thing is this, man. I mean, like I said, more should come about the story, but my thing is this, man. Yo, we both grew up in a certain type of element or a certain type of area, man. Yo, if we go somewhere together, we coming home together, man. That's all I would like to ask these white people, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they did anything foul, man. But yo, if the brother went with you, yo, y'all should make sure he come back with you, man. That's all I'm saying, man. That's how I represent my peoples, man. And I represent anybody, man. Because if it was white folk or whatever, man, we not gonna let you just stay. Okay, if you gonna stay, all right, get to do the cell phone or whatever, man. I don't know.
Here's my opinion. So I feel like, and this is just a guess, and still there's a lot of facts that are still being left out of the case.
No. We're covering that tonight.
Okay, still coming. Okay, all right.
Yes.
Around what time you trying to go? You going live? I would love to take
It's one. I'm gonna go probably around 5 my time. So in about 4 hours.
That's like 8 o'clock over here. All right. Okay.
It'll be the night show for y'all if y'all on the East Coast. Why, you about to take a nap?
Yeah, I work at night, remember?
Bro, you ain't got no job. I'm just kidding.
You ain't got no job, Cole.
He do got a job. This dude, Ant Jones, a hardworking man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that pension up, man. He's talking about
he is mixed with Jamaican, so he probably got like 5 jobs.
Who is ZD
Nah. I got one job, bro. I got one job.
100 hours, one job working 100 hours a week.
I only work 54 hours. Man.
He's doing good. He's the next generation because before Jamaicans had 3 jobs minimum.
Yeah, we doing all right, man. We doing all right. We getting our weight up, man. We getting our weight up, man.
They said just one with a pension is good enough for now. All right, guys.
And a full 1K, man.
I'm trying to get y'all to Discord right now. Guys, join the Discord and go to the Discord. Go into the, hold on, let me put this in the chat. Go in the Discord, and that's where you could drop like topic suggestions. You guys can suggest topics, and hold on, let me see. Where all my scamming ass niggas at? That song is stuck in my head now because
my crap. Oh, you know why it's stuck in your head? And it's because it's a jingle. That's why.
Yeah, it's a jingle. It's good. It's good.
It's a jingle, and that's why a lot of you, if you ever seen that one viral video where that dude with the gold teeth is singing, is dancing to it, and you have the kids in the background singing it.
Right. Hey, the Discord link is in the chat. Y'all go join the Discord, and y'all could drop comments, topic suggestions in there. Whatever y'all think I should talk about just every day. Get in there. Good morning. How y'all doing? I'm gonna be in there from today for it, I'm being there every day. Let me see. Let me tell you exactly where.
All right, I got it.
Because in there we have the hold on, shoot. Is this it? Okay, yeah. So right here we have a little thing called there's a group called Off Topic. Go to the Off Topic group, and that's where we at. That's where y'all could talk. We could talk. Let me change the name.
I gotta remember to go to Discord. I don't be on that kind of stuff.
I'm gonna change this. Go to the Defiant Ones group. I'm gonna change the name right now to the Defiant Ones. These are the day ones, man. Y'all get priority like for call-ins and all that.
Hey, Brandon, you gonna know? Yeah, I'm gonna give you a topic, and you gonna know it's me because it's gonna be one of the. You gonna be like, what the fuck? I ain't doing this show on this. Just messing with you.
Nah, you stop it. I might do a show on it.
Crackheads versus dope fiends, the superior drug.
Stop it.
You know,
All right.
crackers ain't got nothing on dope fiends, son.
No, they sure don't. They sure don't.
I don't know, bruh. When we
they damn sure don't, man.
No, bruh. When we moved down there to Georgia, bruh, it was this big. It was this 6'5" crackhead, bruh. This dude, his nickname was the Hulk.
Bro, yo, Brandon, tell him crack fiends ain't got nothing on dope fiends, man.
Man,
that dope ain't no joke.
Fiend, yeah, dope fiend ain't shit.
A dope fiend will go all the way to the ground, like 2 inches from the ground, and come all the way back up, man. And don't miss a beat, man.
Hey, see,
that dope ain't no joke, man. That dope ain't joke.
Hey, living in Georgia for like 15, 20 years, man, we used to have dope fiends. We call them Hulk. They was just these cock diesel swole crackheads, nigga.
Yeah.
That, bruh, like I'm talking about these crackheads. Well, you get them $40 and a bundle of some crack, boy. They will put a whole engine together for you in 6 hours and lift the motherfucker up and put it in the car. He's like, damn.
Yeah, when I got my first apartment, my first studio apartment, I had a crackhead, you know what I'm saying, put a fridge on his back and bring it to my apartment, man. A fridge and stove and all that, man. And this dude was cut. He was cut up
I'm telling you, bro. Ain't nothing like them old school crackheads. The old school. He's smoking crack like he said he would.
All right, guys, we got to get out of here. I got to prepare for next show. I also got to make some other videos because I promised myself I will be better on YouTube for my birthday that's coming up. So, y'all, I'll see y'all later on. We'll be back in the building.
Peace.
Peace out, brother. Appreciate you having me up.
Y'all. Always. No problem. Shout out to you, Aunt. I'll see you later. Guys, don't forget you can still contribute, but go to the Discord. The Discord is in the chat. I'm coming back today around 4 or 5, but it most likely will 4 or 5. I'll try to go 4 for my people on the East Coast, so it could be a little bit it can be like a little earlier for y'all, but we're gonna do it. But just make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I want to my goal, y'all help me make reach this goal. I need to get before the end of this year, I want to get like 300 to 400 people watching consistently. So share this around to different people who, you know, like live streams and stuff, who just, you know, they can have real conversations. I want to get this up. It's 4 p.m. right now on the East Coast. I know that. So it'll be 7 for y'all. That's why I said I'm going to go 4 this time. So 7. The link to the Discord. Join the Discord. And I'll start putting the link in there when I'm going live and stuff. Where's this link to the Discord? Wait, where's the damn Discord? I don't need to give y'all. Okay, I'm putting the link to the Discord in the chat again because it's in there, but y'all. I put it in there. The link to the Discord is in the chat. Come on over. Go into the Defiant Ones Assemble. Defiant Ones Assemble. That chat group is where we do all our talking. And there's other categories too where we can talk. But Defiant Ones Assemble. And then I think there's another one for like topic suggestions. Go in there and run it up. Run it up. But we doing good today. And y'all can put topics because every live stream I like to do like two to three topics. So if y'all got some other stuff like that little black kid who got murdered, and then there's other topics too. I'm trying to just turn this channel, get this channel running smooth because I'm gonna start posting on this other channel I have too, like the short clips and the pre-records and stuff like that. But hey, thank y'all for being in here. I appreciate y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.